We know what KD's doing to 25-year-olds.
For sure.
He's going to pull up and just shoot it in the eye. You want LeBron to just go out there and just get shot in the eye or get drove past or something like that. So that's my quick hit, man. I understand where my Lakers are at now. With LeBron being paid $52 to $53 million a year at the age of 41, this is not a realistic team to make a run, right? We're not one, not two, but maybe three pieces of the 3-and-D type guys, just defensive lockdown guys, to go out there and be successful. If you look at how Luka Doncic made that run with the Dallas Mavericks, you look at who he had around him. They were a bunch of elite defenders. They had protection at the rim, and they were able to take up for the lack of effort that Luka gives on defense, and they were able to do that on that side. And then they'll let Luka run the offense, and he just torches you on offense, give you 40, give you 42, because he's the current leading NBA in scoring. So that's the type of team that we're going to look for in the future. So, guys, I get it. Lakers suck defensively. Now, to call my team trash at 19-10, no, that's a little absurd. Just a little absurd, right? You want to say mediocre, I'll give you mediocre, right? Because if you take offense and you take the defense, okay, it kind of levels itself out. But trash, get out of my inbox with that stuff, guys. Proceed.
This is the Celtics fan talking. The Lakers are not trash. Boy, how I wish they were, but they're not. Come on, man.
The defense is bad. The offense is they've got some really nice offensive players.
It's like Jokic. Great offense, bad defense. And so it
terrible
makes,
defense.
It makes
terrible.
It makes good. Right.
Yeah.
But no, the Lakers are not bad. They're not trash. Anyone who says that, you're lying. You're being disingenuous, and we don't rock with that here on the Format Podcast at all.
Preach. Preach. Adolf.
Yeah.
Yo, you got your brother attacking me. You know that, right?
For what?
About how I poisoned you.
Oh, yeah, he texted me that the other day. Like, man, Bruce got you drinking the Kool-Aid. For what? The the NFL ratings? Come on, man.
I had to ask him, are you insinuating that your own brother is not capable of independent
making my own decisions? All right, young disciple.
Steve, what you got for your quick hit, brother?
And I had something else, but I'm gonna take Transformers and I'm gonna kind of spin off with that.
Okay.
I mean, nothing Transformers said is wrong. It's all pretty clear, concise. I mean, if you're watching games, you see those things, and it's all real. The problem right now is JJ Redick is throwing certain players under the bus, but he's not calling them out by name. This is very, very dangerous for his career, and I'll explain. When JJ Redick comes out and says things like, we're not doing this, we're not doing that, and then he says certain players, but he won't say certain players' names, you're not going to be able to build equity with these players. You're actually, when you say we, you're placing blame on the entire team.
Yeah.
When in actuality, he's not blaming the entire team. He's blaming certain players. There's two of them, namely. That, and he can't say certain things about certain players publicly. Not. So here's what's happening. Yesterday in his post-practice presser, right, to show you how big Lakers are, they care about the press conference after the practice, bro. Like, this is crazy. Practice has a presser, right? So JJ Redick's talking.
Do that, but not to that extent. Isn't
right. It's a big deal. They ask him a question, and JJ talks about how, you know, it was the uncomfortable truths that had to be said. It was the night before the Christmas Day game presser, and then he's like, it's going to be a tough practice. Like he's going to crack down, right? And then when they ask him about how the practice went, stuff, he's like, oh, it was good. We just, the players got to tell me about their concerns.
Interesting.
Like, this doesn't match up. It doesn't make sense. You say that, because here's what he's trying to do. He wants to be Greg Popovich. He wants to be a respected coach. He feels like he needs and commands respect. The problem right now is you're throwing players under the bus that aren't your problem. But then you come out and say, since LeBron came back, our offense is disorganized. Yeah. Okay, first of all, that's true. Because LeBron kind of is his own system when he handles the rock, right? So, like, it's kind of true. But then he says, it's my fault. Nothing else is his fault on the entire team except that thing. He has never taken accountability for anything except LeBron coming back from being injured and the offense being disorganized. They asked him specifically, what could he be doing differently? He didn't even know how to answer it because he doesn't mean what he says when he says things like, I have to be accountable and I'm accountable every day. He's not comfortable talking about those things because it's not true.
Yeah.
He doesn't hold himself accountable. He's blaming all of his players for everything. Again, it's only a couple of players. Let's be honest. We see the games. It's namely a couple of players, but he won't do what Greg Popovich was willing to do when he called out Tim Duncan in pressers.
Yeah.
Or Tony Parker in pressers or Manu. And he won't do that because
different. You know that. And those
I understand, but he wants the Greg Popovich aura. He's not that, bro.
Yeah. Right.
And he's like, I watched the game and I even did a film study. I'm going to drop the video on my channel today. Jared Vanderbilt was fantastic. He hit threes in the corner. Yep. He was contributing offensively. And when they made runs, the defensive stops with him and Marcus Smart. It's not all the players. There are players that wake up every morning and have no role or a reduced role from the previous game. They don't know when they're going to be playing, who and how they're going to play, when they're going to get in the game, what they have to do. Those things are on him. He is part of the problem. He's part of the reason the team is fragmented, disjointed, and there's a lack of accountability because he is not accountable. The players don't give a shit about what you have to say when they know you're full of it. I'm a school teacher. Do you know what students tell me? The only reason I respect you is because you treat everybody the same. You're fair to everyone. That earns respect.
Yeah.
He ain't that, bro.
So you are 100% right, Sneed. And we're not going to dig too deep into this because it's just a quick hit. But one, when you're Pop and you have that pedigree of winning, then you can do certain things. Two, when you're Tim Duncan, Manu, and Timmy, not Timmy, you're Tim Duncan, Manu, and Tony Parker, who all literally grew up in the NBA, kind of, in the same organizational system and have a different mindset, both as people and as players. Pop can do those things, right? LeBron, we know who LeBron is. We know what he represents mentally and emotionally. We know that. And we also know that LeBron is the reason JJ Redick is a head coach in the NBA. We know that specifically for the Lakers. So no matter what Redick thinks or knows, he cannot, to your point, go out there and name names. He just can't. And if he does slip and do it, he has to walk it back and then try to, do the thing. Well, that's my fault and take some accountability. So I kind of get that. But if he doesn't take the direct accountability, that's when he exposes himself for, I don't really believe it's my fault. I just have to say it so I don't piss off LeBron so I can keep my job. Because as we know, LeBron has that history of getting coaches up out of there. So yeah, we know what it is.
Good stuff.
Yep. All right, my quick hit is super quick. Obviously, we know that Anthony Joshua knocked out. We know that he knocked out Jake
Shadow
Paul.
Realm, bro.
Yeah, right. Broke his jaw and all that in their big fight a couple of weeks ago. But this was something I just picked up on that was interesting. Obviously, you make money, you get taxed. But what I didn't think about, I don't know why, when you're a UK fighter, you come over here and fight and you make big money, you still have to pay your share, not only here, even though you're not a citizen or a resident, you have to pay your share here, which is, the 37% Fed tax. And so Anthony Joshua, I think, supposedly grossed about $92 million for that Jake Paul fight, right? And so he had to pay about the 37% to the U.S. for the IRS for his Fed tax, right? But then what I didn't think about, he had to pay the UK income tax, which is for the HMRC. I don't know what it stands for. Probably His Majesty's Royal something, right? So
UK tax, UK residence tax, Majesty's Revenue and Customs.
There you go. Okay, so I was close. His Majesty's Revenue and Customs. So he had to pay 5.6 million pounds, which is a rough estimated equivalent of about $11.3 million. Then on top of that, he had to pay the UK's national insurance, because remember, they have national universal health care over there, and everyone pays into it. So he had to pay an additional 1.4 million pounds, about $2.8 million. And for a total of $14.1 million in UK deductions, along with his US federal deduction. So I think he lost almost half of that money, basically. Yeah. So he came over here, made 92 mil, took about 45 mil home, which is still a hell of a lot of money, right?
A lot more money than he gets paid in the regular fights.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, that was huge money. But it's just interesting to, to notice when you get taxed multiple times, how quickly that money shrinks down, even though it sounds like a lot. And of course, to us sitting here, hey, shoot, I'll take $40 million right now. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen.
Crack somebody's jaw? Yeah. I'll take that.
Yeah, give me 40 mil. Me and Transformer, we're gonna flip that. Real estate? What? We're gonna make that dough. But yeah, it's just interesting how much AJ had to give up. But again, for 6 rounds of work coming over here, getting the job done, that's not a bad look. No. Even if you count the 4 to 6 weeks of training leading up to that, not a bad night's work. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting how much money he walked away with versus what he allegedly made for the fight.
And he's lucky enough that they fought here.
Right.
Because that tax bill would have been higher if he would have, fought in Nevada or Cali or, New York, Madison Square Garden.
Oh, yeah, if he fought in Cali, he would have to pay the state income tax as well. Yeah, New York. Mm-hmm.
Where was the fight held?
In Miami.
Miami. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No state tax.
That was definitely strategic. I mean,
oh, absolutely.
There are athletes who they definitely consider the state in which they play, in which they live, to help with taxes. I mean, Florida doesn't have a state income tax, neither does Texas. I think Arizona,
Washington,
and then some places don't have sales tax on certain items. Yeah. There's places. I mean, if I was an athlete, I would not want to live and work in New York. Yeah, I would not want to live and work in California.
So New York is crazy expensive, but I will say that's one of those places where if you have bread, there are real bread. There's very few places on earth that's better to live than New York City. If you
man, but I feel like things can come to me if I got bread like that, bro.
No, I get it. But I get it. I get it.
I mean, you act like I can't import belly dancers on the low, bro. You act like I can't do that. Come on, bro.
Well,
I gotta go to New York to get belly dancers.
No. There's certain places, right? There's certain New York, London, Paris. Like, you know how it goes, man. There's just
if I want some nice look at to wave the big leaf, bro, and feed me grapes. I could do that anywhere, bro.
Yeah, you can. And then you end up like Deshaun Watson.
Ooh,
you get up.
Jeez.
Right, there you go.
All righty, let's relax. Let's relax. RELAX. Shout out to Aaron Rodgers. I mean, no shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, not today. Go get him, Miles.
My bad.
Yeah. Okay. So, guys, you ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do it.
By the way, are we doing this quarter century thing, the Bleacher Report thing?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the second one.
It's the next topic.
Ooh, we.
Yep.
Yeah, we got something to say. All right, gentlemen, who's leading this topic? Is this me?
I think this is you.
I think this is me. Next up, I believe that's me. Get on the mic for the symphony. All right. Mm-hmm. Yes, this is me. All right, guys. So this is something we kind of got into a bit last week with yes, Steve. Yes. This is something that we got into. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at the king of the chat. This is something we got into last week a bit with Edward prior to the Christmas Day spectacular between the NFL and the NBA, right? Shout out to those two leagues for giving us a ton of content and a ton of sports to watch on Christmas Day when we should have been chilling with our families, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
All right, baby, I got to go watch the game. But no, in all seriousness, 5 NBA games, which were pretty good overall, 3 NFL games, 2 of which were close, but I'll say weren't exhilarating because, the best players weren't available. But still, the NFL gives you quality product for the most part. Anyway, so we had that going on. So if you remember, you, myself, Edward, we kind of were back and forth bickering a bit last week over the the ratings and all that. And we'll get to that in a second. But I think the bigger thing here, as you can see on the thumbnail, you have Charles Barkley, obviously extremely outspoken, NBA All-Star, NBA 50 Greatest, NBA Hall of Famer, NBA pundit, and Roger Goodell, commissioner of the NFL. And why are both of those guys up there? Because Charles Barkley had some very interesting comments to make about the NFL. So I was able to find a clip. Sorry, the sound quality isn't the best. I don't know why I couldn't find a clear clip, but I have the clip. So I'm going to play what Charles Barkley had to say about the NFL and Christmas Day, and then we'll come back a little bit.
Because you got 5 games and nobody else playing. And, the NFL got greedy and started adding Christmas game. We used to have this day to ourselves. But, Roger Goodell, them pigs at the NFL always on hog every day of the week now. Because the NBA, they do. I saw those guys yesterday on ESPN talk about it, and they're right. Christmas is an NBA day. That is it.
Okay. I didn't think. Okay, thank you, Chris Kringle.
18 straight years. That's a difference.
Because of basketball.
5 games in a day. NBA day. Roger Goodell trying to hog every day of the week. They on Saturday now too.
The 78th edition of the NBA on Christmas Day.
And then the music cuts in
because they had to cut him off.
Yeah, for sure. They like we taking this to commercial because
we got to cut him off.
Bro, this is that meme, man screaming at cloud, bro. I swear to
God. In most cases, I agree with Charles Barkley. On this one, not so much. And so as you heard, Charles Barkley is complaining and he's calling the NFL greedy for now kind of getting into what was traditionally an NBA day with Christmas. So I have a couple of responses to that, right? First, Charles Barkley always, whenever he talks about people making money or getting paid, he always says, God bless them. I'll never begrudge anybody getting paid. Okay, cool. So the NFL is not a business, huh? NFL is not a business. Roger Goodell is not doing what's in the best interest of his bosses, who are the NFL owners, right?
32 owners, yeah.
32
collectively
owners,
worth like $100 trillion.
Oh my gosh, right? A lot of dough. So their goal is not just to provide the best sports content in terms of American football. Their goal is also to maximize revenue generated, correct?
Yeah.
Like that's part of the job, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you know that the Christmas Day is a prime opportunity to do that, why wouldn't you get in on that, right? So here's my other thing. Charles Barkley, he just got to keep it a buck, man. Stop freaking complaining. Well, stop complaining about this, right? And you know what? No, I can't even say that because in fairness, he does complain about the NBA product. But at the end of the day, he knows that what the real issue is that when the NBA and the NFL match up in the same slot, the NBA cannot win. They just can't. The evidence is there. It doesn't matter if the games are bad. It doesn't matter if the games are good. The NBA is going to lose in terms of domestic viewership, right? And so at the end of the day, the bigger product is not the NFL. The problem is that the NBA is not putting out enough of a great product because Wax Museum back in the 90s, this wasn't an issue, right? Anytime the NBA and the NFL matched up, in most cases, the NBA was coming out on top back then. But guess what? Now people consider the NFL the better product. And that's what we're having here. Before I get to some numbers, let me get to you guys' thoughts on that.
Well, one, I had a little, fun fact that popped up on my feed the other day. No political mess, right?
Let's do it.
Sir Elon Musk is so rich, so wealthy that he could hypothetically buy all the sports teams, NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL, which would be roughly about 430 billion, and he'll still have billions.
He'll still have about 15 billion left over. Wow.
I saw that number and I was like, what?
Yeah.
There could be one overall owner of all the sports teams.
Crazy. Yeah.
Would be insane. But anyway, I digress there. The NFL.
Richard Mansa Musa.
Man, what? The NFL taking over Christmas. It just goes along with the words that we call them the bullies. They're bullies. That's what they are. They run over, they see that you got juice and they got soda and they want juice that day. Right. They're going to take your juice.
Yeah.
You're just going to take your juice and you're not going to do anything about it. Right. Like I'm bigger than you. I'm about the size of the Big Show, you know.
Right. And you look like Rey Mysterio.
And you look like Rey Mysterio.
Get ready to go for a ride.
I'm gonna take you. I'm gonna put you up like, hey man, go ahead and run that juice.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and run that juice. But to be fair, the bully part for me isn't it goes a little bit deeper than just bullying the NBA. It's bullying the fans. It's bullying us, right? The one aspect, and I'll make this pretty brief and get you guys' thought. The fact that the Christmas games, Joyous Holiday, right, were on 2 different networks, 2 different paying streaming services, was the greediness from the NFL.
Agreed.
That's greedy, right?
Agreed.
I have to have 2 different services, Netflix and Amazon Prime, to enjoy Christmas Day games, right? The NBA kept it clear. ABC, ESPN. Those are public worldwide networks where you don't have to pay a service to watch those games. You can watch those on regular national TV, right?
ESPN is technically.
Well, yeah, they switched over, but you know, ABC is the national televised network, right?
Yeah.
That's the greedy part for me that I just didn't. I don't stand with. Right today, not today's last night's game was on Peacock. Now I need Peacock to watch today, right?
I need go Irish.
I have it's so many freaking networks, and as football fans, we're grateful that you're adding a lot of days. Like, okay, we get football Saturday, we get footballs on Fridays, Thursdays, Mondays, and you know, the most important Sunday, right? But it's now becoming greed from the NFL. Like, it's so many services that I have to pay for to watch these games. To me, that's the absurd part about it. I get what, you know, Charles Barkley's coming for. Like, you come over here, Debo, in the NBA. And I agree with you, Bruce. I mean, NFL, I got to make my bread too.
Yeah,
this multi-trillion-dollar deal that I have with all these networks, I got to somehow make my bread. But that's just the greed is overwhelming to us, not to the NBA. It's overwhelming to us as the fans, the consumers of the product, who have to pay an absurd amount of money to watch all of these games.
Here's the problem.
Real quick, Sneak. I think if Barkley had framed it that way, he wouldn't get any pushback from me. Go ahead, Sneak.
Barkley's looking at it from like the fan perspective, like for people that consume the content. Yeah. Here's the problem. These companies that have taken over the rights to show these games, they're all publicly traded companies. Yeah. Right? You have Amazon Prime. That is a multi-trillion-dollar company.
Correct.
Netflix, the streaming king worldwide, right? Like, all of these companies are publicly traded, and they have purchased the rights to display these games, and the league has agreed to it and signed these deals. So the league has made a business decision to have these games broadcasted from these specific platforms. The league has sold out to these networks. So now the fan is busy tracking and trying to find the ways to watch the games, which means having every single one of these platforms, which stand alone, like Amazon Prime is like an annual $150 subscription.
Yeah, if you get everything, it's like $2,000 a year. I saw.
Yeah, if you get Red Zone, if you get, the NFL Network, if you get, ESPN is as the way it's constructed with cable TV packages is like $25.
Yeah, because now they have this bundle. This
like
thing going on.
So they're not thinking about you, the fan, anymore. It's all monetization, because Roger Goodell's job is evaluated based on the revenue sharing and how much of the pie is able to be shared. And the players don't care either. You don't hear players saying, "Man, I wish this was available national on ABC." They don't give a damn. So if nobody cares, the only person out there holding the bag is the fan. And if the fan doesn't respond by not watching, these leagues will continue to do what they're doing. The only way they're going to adjust or change is if things go downhill. And they're just not going downhill.
So you guys both made great points in a way that I hadn't even processed, right? I was looking at it on a much more surface level in terms of these comments. No, I'm dead serious, man. You guys.
No.
What?
Look at his profile.
Whoa, what? Whoa.
No. No. What the hell? I didn't even notice that, bro.
Yo, what in the world, bro? That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro.
Yo, Bron
Yo.
got a baby, yo.
That is
And
fantastic.
that's Diddy next to him.
No.
That was Diddy.
Diddy party. I don't believe that. I'm
Yo,
saying
50
Bron.
definitely made that one, bro. He was strong.
Yeah. But
Go
no,
ahead.
back
I'm
to
sorry,
the-
man.
back
Go
to
ahead.
I definitely was looking at it on a much more surface level in terms of examining Charles Barkley's commentary. And I would say this. You guys are both 100% right. And thank you for presenting that angle because I hadn't considered it. What I'll say is, in terms of Charles Barkley and what he said, all he was thinking about was, we can't compete with the NFL. Please give us our day back. That's what he was thinking. I don't think any of that stuff you guys said was
on
I don't think that was anywhere near top of mind for him, right? So totally get it. So that's kind of where
But
I was.
Charles
He knows
Barkley
that.
also isn't really a businessman.
No.
Like
No,
he's
I'll
for his
tell you
own
that. He knows
business,
that.
right?
Yeah.
He's on his he operates on his own best interest. But I've never known him to be a business savvy analyst. So
Mhm.
I wouldn't look to him to say, you know, those things would come to mind or be priority in his consideration. I get it. You know, Charles Barkley sounds like a lot what LeBron said last year at Christmas.
Yeah.
Where he said, Christmas is our day, leave us alone.
Pretty
But
much echoing
that's
the
just
same
not how
thing.
that works, bro.
Yeah. All right. So let's do this. I have some numbers here that kind of put a cap on this before we take some calls on it. So, and I went back because we don't have the official numbers from this year yet. We do have the projected. So I went back a few years. So 2021, the NFL average viewership on Christmas Day, 24.1 million. NBA, 4.8 million. So 5.9 times the viewership in 2021. 22.9 million on Christmas Day in 2022, 4.27 million for the NBA. Average 5.4 times. 2023, 28.7 million versus 2.85 million for the NBA. 10-time average. 2024, 26.5 million versus 5.25 million. Multiple of NFL 5 times average. And if I'm not mistaken, there are estimates already for 2025. We don't have the exact numbers, but the estimates are, let's see. The estimates, Cowboys versus Commanders, peak viewers, 29.4 million, estimated viewership of 26.1. Lions versus Vikings, 25.1 million, estimated viewership, 28.2, boosted greatly by Snoop's halftime show. So we gotta put that context in there. Broncos versus Chiefs, so in Prime Video, estimated viewership 23 million and peak viewership of 25.5 million. Where even if you go down to the NBA, the highest rated game of the day, as we knew it would be, the Lakers and the Rockets, 6.5 million estimated viewership. Spurs and Thunder, 5.3 million. Sixers and Celtics, 4.9 mil. Nuggets, Warriors, 4.2 mil. And Timberwolves, Mavs, 3.8 mil. So, you know, the Celtics didn't play this year, and the Sixers. I'm sorry. But the point is, overall, we have a huge gap, right? A huge disparity, even though, to Edwards' credit, the games in the NBA this year were better, right? We know that.
Yeah, that
But at the
Denver
end of
Nuggets
the
game
day-
was awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. And Jokic cooked. Let me say that. Jokic
he
cooked.
did.
Hear me, Edward. Jokic cooked. There you go. Are you happy now? Anyway, but the fact is this. The NBA just cannot compete with the NFL, and it doesn't matter. Even though the NBA tried to goose the stats by simulcasting on ABC and ESPN, they still came up well short, while the NFL was behind 2 different paywalls. So that just shows you that it is what it is. So I don't know for the life of me why anyone would argue, even going into this weekend.
They are the 2 biggest streaming services, though.
Yeah.
Like
They-
Amazon's
they are,
reach
they are.
is tremendous. Netflix is number 1.
No doubt. But, you know, it's just interesting that, you know, people would argue that the NBA would have outdone the NFL this year. But it is what it is. But back to Charles Barkley, you guys framed it extremely well in terms of really breaking down the greed. I don't know that he meant that, but you guys put a lot of extra context on that, which I love. And yeah, Charles, you just got to chill, man. And if your league will put out a better product, they would have a better chance.
I think that's what he's frustrated about, actually.
Then why are you blaming the NFL, calling them greedy and calling them pigs?
I mean, you got to blame somebody. You already blamed the NBA. You can't keep barking up that tree. You got to blame someone else.
Right.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And he also has an interest in the NBA succeeding because he,
of course. And I mean, as much as he complains about it, he loves that league. He loves that game.
Yeah.
We get it. And I think that's one of those things where he complains because he knows what the NBA has been and what it can be, but for whatever reason doesn't want to be and isn't pushing to be. But it is what it is. Are y'all ready to take a couple calls on this?
Rock and roll it.
Let's go. All right, 904-219-8264, 904-219-8264. And let's do this. Also, if there's anybody watching from overseas, for instance, we got a call from Nigeria the other day, and I was
Shout out
to
Nigeria
from overseas, and you have WhatsApp. You
Hakeem
can call
the
me
Dream.
Hakeem the Dream. You can call me utilizing WhatsApp on the same number you see on your screen, 904-219-8264. Gotta love modern technology.
So what is that? A Google Voice number, bro?
No. It's it's AT&T.
Oh, it's like a regular line. Okay,
Yeah, it's a regular line. Yeah, dual SIM. So both of them go to the phone. But yeah, let's take a couple calls. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Charles temper tantrums inspired me. Steve, you're crazy. Troll says, I think that's also because NBA simply plays more games. Fewer the games, the more each means. That is true. Same with baseball versus basketball, not just basketball versus football. I don't know. Well, that's odd because, like, baseball, I learned this from Rob Parker, even during the season, and I thought this was crazy when he told me this. Baseball on TV, generally, regionally, has, like, the best ratings of the sports, which is crazy.
Depends on the team.
He really broke that down. I was like, yo, and that was like
the Yankees.
But I've heard him say it since.
Yankees, Dodgers,
Cubs,
Blue Jays, Cubs. Yeah, there's
Cardinals.
Select teams. They really do well.
Yeah.
The NBA, it's much more uniform mediocrity in terms of viewership. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Attendance is pretty good at the games. It's the
that too.
The consumption of the digital media.
Right. Yeah, it's totally different, man. It's totally different. Tommy Murray 2081, good to see you here. You might be new. Do me a favor, bro. Hit that like and subscribe. Don't think I've seen you here before. Thanks for tuning in. He says, I don't care. My Jazz put belt to A. Who did they?
The Jazz are a bad team, bro. Who'd they beat?
I don't know.
No.
They're what?
Yeah,
like
I don't think nobody was watching that game.
Well, we know they didn't play on Christmas, so I'm not sure who he's referring to.
Utah Jazz are 12-19, man. They beat the Spurs, bro.
Okay.
Beat the Spurs.
I was about to say 12 and 19.
And they beat the Pistons.
The Jazz are kind of they're not like they're competitive. They just don't win these games. Like
I would say like the last few weeks.
The Mavs too.
Yeah. They're not as bad as I thought they were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
They were awful last year.
Yeah.
So bad.
By the way, Cooper Flag is coming along. He's coming along.
He's arriving.
He's turning into that guy.
The great white hope.
That is what they want him to be. All right. Looks like we're not going to get any calls on this, so let's move right along. All right. If you didn't call in, don't call in on this topic now. You missed it.
Please don't.
Then we got to turn the show back. No, actually, I just won't answer.
It's hard to steer the Titanic. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to do that.
Yeah, you can't turn that around. Let's go to the next one, and that is Bleacher Report. I don't know why I keep saying Bleacher Ray. Bleacher Report all quarter century team, and I have some interesting thoughts on that. But I believe this is you, Transformer.
Yes, this is.
Awesome. Let's get it.
I was trying to think of which one is mine. I'm like, damn, I think I gave the first 3 topics. So
you did.
So I was like,
brother, because I don't know. I was like just on a blank. But
and I was watching. You texted me when I was watching the game last night. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Right.
I'm trying to focus on the game. But anyway, Bleacher Report came out with an NBA all quarter century teams, meaning from the year 2000 all the way to now, the current year 2025. Over the last 25 years, the NBA has given us countless highlights and memories of some of the best players in league history. So the Bleacher Report's NBA staff, so I want to make this clear on who's voting on this. All right. The Bleacher Report's NBA staff voted to determine which of these players were the very best. Points were awarded for first team All NBA. Where's my finger? There we go. I'll use this hand. First team All NBA, second team All NBA, third team All NBA votes, and the totals gave us the squads here.
Wait, quick. Notice no inclusion for all defensive teams, huh?
Well, they have defensive player award.
Okay,
but
okay.
I'll get into that.
Cool,
They're also voting on best dunker, best shooter, best playmaker, best defender, and best coaches from that NBA stretch of history. Voters were told only to consider numbers, accolades, and accomplishments from the start of 2000 and 2001 campaign through the end of the 2024-2025 campaign. This takes some things off the boards for the players whose careers began in the 90s, but several of them were good enough to make the cut anyway. We didn't vote on traditional position designations like point guard, power forward. Instead, each panelist picked 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center for each of the 3 teams. That's more so because of the positionless basketball that the NBA has become to now, where you're going to see names like Steph Curry, who's labeled a point guard, but truly is a shooting guard, in my personal opinion. All right. So we're going to dive into the first team. First team All NBA guard. I don't think this should be a question, but who do we think is first team guard? None other than
Steph Curry.
Chef Curry.
Well,
Chef Curry, 24.7 points, 6.46, 4.7 rebounds, 4 threes, 1.5 steals, 42.3 3-point percentage, and a 6.5 box plus minus. 2 MVPs, 4 first team All NBAs, 5 second team All NBAs, 2 third team All NBAs, 11-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, 15 to 16 steals champion, 4-time champion, and 22 finals MVP. Point guard. We agree with that?
I mean, positionless, right? So, yes.
What other point guard will we put?
No, I'm just saying guard. So
guard.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm
all right.
good.
Good. All right. Second guard, first team guard. I think this goes without saying.
When you started and said guard, I just thought Mamba. I didn't start with Steph Curry. You said guard, I said Mamba.
Yeah, but they're trying. They're going to still try to label this.
Yeah,
right.
Point guard, shooting guard, small forward. I can see
it's
how
just a little harder to do now, but
exactly. First team, second guard, none other than Kobe Bean Bryant. 27.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.1 assists, 1.5 steals, 4.9 plus minus on the box. 2007 to 2008 MVP. 11 first team All NBAs, 1 second team All NBA, 1 third team All NBA, 8-time first team All Defense, 3-time second team All Defense, 16-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champion, 4-time champion, because this does not count the 2000 season because that would have been prior. All right. So 4-time champion and 2 times final MVP. I think that goes without saying. So we're going to keep the train moving. Kobe was, of course, I mean, without saying Woodage. First team forward. First team forward. I mean, I don't think this goes without saying either. I mean, the biggest name renounced around sports history and sports today. LeBron, Ramon, James, Senior. Gotta say senior, right?
Got to say senior. Yes,
not junior.
No.
27 points, 7.5 rebounds, 7.4 assists, 1.6 threes, 1.5 steals, 55.6% 2-point percentage, and an 8.5 box plus minus. 4-time MVP. 2003 2004 Rookie of the Year, which should have went to Carmelo Anthony, but we're just going to go ahead and keep going on that one. 13-time first team All NBA, 4-time second team All NBA, 4-time third team All NBA. That's a total of what, guys?
A lot.
That's a lot of all NBAs. 5-time first team all defense, 1-time second team all defense, 21 all-star appearances, 2007, 2008 scoring champion, 19 to 20 assist champion, 4-time champion, 4-time finals MVP. Goes without saying, right?
Goes
Right?
without saying.
The other forward, they chose Kevin Bleepin Durant, aka
Wrong.
the Slim
Wrong.
Reaper.
Wrong. 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 Go ahead, Transformer. Keep cooking, bro.
Sneed hit the buzzer.
You're getting zapped, bro.
Oh
ahead,
my
bro.
gosh.
All right, Kevin
Damn,
Durant,
Steve.
27.2 points per game, seven rebounds per game, 4.4 assists, 2 threes, 1.1 blocks. I thought it read 11. I'm like, is that Will Chamberlain?
I know, right?
1 steal, 39% 3-point percentage, 6.4 box plus minus. He was your 2013 to 2014 MVP, 2007, 2008 Rookie of the Year, unanimous, because that was just a crazy year for coming out of Texas. 6-time first team All NBA, 5-time second team All NBA, 15-time All Star, 4-time scoring champion, 2-time champion, 2 times final MVP. I know we got the buzzer. Sneed. Who's number 4? Who should be at that 4 spot?
Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett. So they got the wrong Kevin.
They got the wrong
Let me
Kevin.
see it.
They
Let me-
must have
let me-
switched the last names. Yeah.
Well, remember,
They
they're
switched up
just
the
they're
last
just
names.
doing forwards and again, I think we've established now that these people, when they do these lists, they are trying to create discussion and create controversy and all these things. I got you, Steve. Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not upset that Kevin Durant's there.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I would put Kevin Garnett there first, though.
But people place that priority on scoring and shooting, especially in the
He
modern
had
game.
that though.
Not
Kevin
like
Garnett was
KD
a great
scored.
offensive player.
You don't have to tell me, but not like KD.
Prolific scorer.
Right.
Prolific.
Right.
He was a league MVP.
I agree.
It's not
Was that,
like
was that 2002? No, 2001.
Mhm.
yeah, somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
No,
It was well before he went to Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking KG. KG.
KG.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was.
KG. Yeah, KG.
2002 sounds about right. He averaged
I
like
think it was around
24 and 14 that year. Had like
Yeah.
70 straight doubles or something crazy.
Something
Like
absurd. 2004. Thank you, Woodish. 2004.
Bro,
thank
his
you. Okay, he went in.
nickname was the Big
big
Ticket. bro.
ticket. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he punched it every single time, whether it was the
I mean,
ticket or
that
the
is a-
actual ball.
That is a serious NBA legend,
Mm-hmm.
a serious player. Both sides of the ball, serious.
You hear what you said? You heard what you said, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to these people.
Mm.
Look
Definitely doesn't
on
matter
my
to Bleacher
phone.
Report.
But the rest of the list is loaded with two-way players.
Not Steph
Steph is not a two-way player.
and LeBron at times.
But if you when we keep going, most of them are two-way players.
Okay. When you get into the second team and
Yep.
whatnot, I got you.
And then your final at the 5 spot, first team center. They chose Tim Duncan at the first team. 18.5 points per game, 10 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 2.1 blocks, 5.8 box plus minus.
Transformer.
Two-time.
When did he move from like forward to center?
He never did.
I think he never did.
He never did because
He's always
David
been point
Robinson
forward.
was the starting center when he
Point
came
forward.
in, and he played power forward with David Robinson. And then, like throughout the rest of his career, I was like, why is he not playing center? And he was always a power forward. And then you would see guys like Mehmet Okur and Najee
Splitter and-
Muhammad and
Yeah.
Thiago Splitter. Thank you.
Yeah.
All
So
these.
then
guys
why did they
always
put him
been
in there as a center?
They put him in as first team center.
So we can talk about it.
But that's
Yep.
what I'm saying is he played power forward when David Robinson was still there.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mhm.
he generally was moved to center.
But no, not really, because he's always spoken of as the greatest power forward of all time.
Yep.
But for the most part, most of his career, he was at the 4.
That's not true.
Let me see.
Yeah,
They
because he would always be
labeled
mad
him. They
at AG and Amari and C Webb and all the.
to be fair, he probably played the 4, but he was labeled a center from 2006 throughout the rest of his career.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. It
Yeah,
was
he
a
was
bulk
labeled
majority
a
of his
center.
career. He played center.
then why does everyone refer to this guy as the greatest power forward of all time?
Because of what he did when he played power forward. He was he was DPOY level. He was averaging 24 a game on really nice efficiency.
I think
all defensive first team every year.
Yeah.
But he played like 10 years at center then.
More so, he started at center. I think that's the cap. Like when we see him play, he plays power forward. He starts at center.
Like to take the opening tip, you mean? Like
yeah, I think like LeBron early in his career, he was labeled a point guard because he started at point guard.
I thought he was always a 3. Okay.
I used to see
but in certain forward. Like on certain like lineups, they'll put him at like they started him at point guard. It was like, what? Why is he point guard? Like he's not a point guard, right? So I think that's more so what they were doing. But yeah, since 2006, 2007, he was listed as a center.
Well, thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, that's where they get that from. All right. So again, we put first team: Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, LeBron, Ramon James Sr., Kevin Durant, not Garnett, Durant. That's such a close name. Durant, Garnett, like families must be related. And then Timmy D at first team All NBA. I mean, first team quarter century
bleacher.
Sneed says KD should be replaced with KG, the other Kevin. Right, Bruce? You got any malice with this first team?
I don't. And also I know what it is why KD is there. We are talking about people who look at the modern NBA through the modern lens, and two-way is not as important. Defense is not as important. And we know KD is one of the better scorers of all time. And he shoots a 3 and he shoots a mid-range and his game is smooth. So, him hitting the glass, even though he's 7 feet tall
but I will acknowledge, Bruce,
that's not important for most of these people.
I will acknowledge that the margin between those two guys is razor thin.
Okay.
So if somebody is taking KD over KG, I get it. I would take KG personally.
I would too, but I think most people, especially most people in the sports media, they're going to take KD.
Yeah.
Because it's how much defense has been disincentivized to discuss defense and how much defense has been marginalized.
Okay. I got another bone to throw at you.
Go.
Do you think it's more so because Kevin Durant, this is the quarter century, that he's been prolific at what he does for pretty much his entire career? So from he got drafted in 04? 04, 05, somewhere around there. It's been the same for almost 20 years. For Kevin Garnett, his downfall started in 2007. So he only had
you're
7
saying
years.
that because he got drafted in 96?
Yeah, 95. He got drafted in 95, the year before Kobe. Yeah.
Right.
So maybe it's just the duration.
The duration of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's valid. So we got basically we got the entirety of KD's career, and we got 75, 80% of KG's career.
Correct. So I think that's where they're going, because if you look at like I said, 2000 and 2001, that's when KG was obviously. I mean KG was still obviously at his MVP level,
right?
But then it started going down. The trade to Boston is where his numbers took a major dip from 22 points a game to 18.8, from 10 rebounds a game to 7, from 13 rebounds a game to like 9. So all of his numbers start to take a dip. He did get Defensive Player of the Year in 2007, but after that, it was a steep decline in Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star NBA level.
But to win a DPOY and still be offensively potent, that's unique.
Yeah,
that's all-time unique. Very few guys can do that.
That's right.
We're gonna get there, young disciple. Just stay patient.
I was about to say his question to you.
We're gonna get to that.
Did they award a quarter century MVP?
Did they? We're gonna get in that later.
Oh, okay.
Obviously it should be Jokic, right? Come on, man. What are we doing?
Greatest center of all time.
There you go.
All right. So we're gonna go to the second team. Second team, first guard, we have Chris Paul, CP3, 17 points per game, 9.2 assists, 4.4 rebounds, 2 steals, 6.6 on a plus minus. 2005 to 2006 Rookie of the Year, 4-time first team All-NBA, 5-team second team All-NBA, 2-time third team All-NBA, 7-time first team all defense. Notice that's something I didn't read for Steph Curry's block. Two-time second team all NBA and 12-time all-star. That is your starting guard. Number 2 guard. Again, we're going to hear the same things, kind of. Dwayne Bleepin Wade, 22 points per game, 5.4 assists, 4.7 rebounds, 1.5 steals. I keep getting ready to say box office. Box score, 5 points per game. 2-time first team all NBA, 3-time second team all NBA, 3-time third team all NBA, 3-time second team all defense, 13-time all-star, 2008-2009 scoring champion, of course the 3 times champion, and the 2006 finals MVP.
That's a nice resume. That's a nice one.
That's solid.
Get it done.
That's solid.
For sure.
Now we're going to get into the forward.
Mm-hmm.
Your first team forward, second team first forward, Kevin Garnett. 17.9 points per game. Obviously about 9 points lower than Kevin Durant. 10.3 rebounds, 3.8 assists, 1.3 blocks, 1.2 steals, 6.3 plus minus. He was your 2003 to 2004 MVP, 2007 to 2008 Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time first team All NBA, 3-time second team All NBA, 1-time third team All NBA, 8-time first team All Defense, 3-time second team All Defense, 12-time All-Star champion, and 12-time All-Star and the 2007-2008 champion, of course, when they beat the Los Angeles Lakers, as he was a Celtic. So I think he gets demoted.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Only because he wore that green, bro. That's it.
Only because he wore
to
the
tell
green.
you.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
All right.
hey, man, you know.
Second
Bet he
team,
did most of this as a Wolf, but whatever.
You only
Most of it.
because you wore purple and gold. So stop.
his numbers dipped when he became a Celtic, but
Don't worry
that's
about
neither
that.
here nor there.
No.
All
He
right.
was our defensive anchor, man. Yes.
Oh, it wasn't it was a good old
James Posey.
It wasn't Perk. It wasn't Big Perk.
Bro, Tony Allen didn't do nothing but wear thermals and beanies, bro. You acted like
And
like
black
a
Air
woman
Force
in-
Ones. That's all he
right.
did.
That's right.
All black Air Force Ones. That's Tony Allen.
That's right. They'll all tell you KG brought the intensity and he was the defensive anchor. But anyway, go ahead.
I mean, if I see a man at the beginning of a game banging his head against the goalpost, then
Hey,
yeah, at that point, something's
Yo,
mentally wrong.
he's insane.
Yeah,
Like legitimately crazy.
What's wrong with him?
At the mouth and screaming.
He would have been a good football player if he would have filled out.
Yeah, absolutely. Second team forward. Second team, second forward. Dirk Nowitzki, 21.3 points, 7.7 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.3 threes, 38.3 3-point percentage, 4.9 plus minus. He was your 2006, 2007 MVP. 4 first team All NBA, 5 second team All NBA, 3 third team All NBA, 14 All Stars, 2010 2011 champion, famously for beating the Miami Heatles, and your 2011 Finals MVP, again famous for beating the Miami Heatles. That's your second team forward. Second team, second forward. It's kind of hard to say these damn names. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it gets a little interesting.
I don't think it does.
It does? Okay. It does.
I don't think it does.
You don't think it does. Okay.
No.
Second team center. Nikola Jokic. 21.8 points per game, 10.9 rebounds, 7.2 assists, 1.3 steals, 61.1 2-point percentage, 10.3. That's the highest that I've mentioned so far, plus minus. 10.3. He's the only one in double digits so far. 3-time MVP, 5-time first team All NBA, 2-time second team All NBA, 7-time All Star, 22-23 champion, 23 Finals MVP. That is your second team. So again, first guard Chris Paul, second guard Dwayne Wade, first forward Kevin Garnett, second forward Dirk Nowitzki, center Jokic.
Yeah. That one. I mean, what Shaq did in LA.
Okay, but do y'all want the surprise of the surprises today?
That he agrees with this
I'm
position.
good with this. I'm not being funny. I'm good with this.
Yeah.
And the reason why
it's
Jokic
close, bro.
has been better longer during this time frame than Shaq was. I'm not
Okay,
saying
so
Jokic
Shaq
is better
Shaq
than
from
Shaq.
2000 to
So about
2006.
2006. That's when, after that, when they won that title, is when the slippage
then it-
started. The rest
and
of the
then
way.
what?
Decline
Elite-
really hit.
Elite
Yeah.
Joker is the last 6 years.
Correct.
But okay, doesn't Joker lead like the last decade in like everything? Total rebounds, assists, and points. Like,
Where do you think Shaq stood from
he's
2000 to 2010?
I don't
Well, not
Like
10.
top 3 and everything.
I would
maybe,
say 2006.
but if Jokic is leading in everything, and we have to, no matter how I feel about Jokic, I have to acknowledge that his passing is the separator, right? Again, I would never say Jokic is better than Shaq. I don't care what he does.
Shaq's
If you
defense
line
was
him up,
really
Shaq
good.
will destroy him. Oh yeah. No, I'm with you. What I'm saying is, I agree with this based on the time frame and the positioning. I think Jokic
I'm having
was
a hard
better
time with
longer
this
during
one.
this period than Shaq was. That's all.
I'm having a hard time with this one like I did KG and KD. I think the margin is razor thin.
Okay.
And if somebody told me Shaq over Joker, I'd be cool. If you want to take Joker, fine. I'm good with that too. But it's razor thin.
I don't think it's razor
I
thin
think-
in this particular time. I don't.
You also have to put in the fact that they labeled Jokic the best player in the league 3 times during this time span. They never labeled Shaq the best player in the league.
Now, were they correct?
There you
Transformer?
go.
Was Shaq not the best player in the world at least 3 times during that span?
I'm giving you criteria and reading.
No,
you
but
the
forget the
accolades.
criteria. But let's have an honest conversation with
Okay.
ourselves. Because I saw Kobe get 1 MVP
What?
when he was the best player in the world for a 10-year stretch.
Yeah,
I
it's a
don't.
little rough. Oh, this is where we're going. Oh, Ed Dog's here. And thank you for tuning into the
He's
Format
been here
Podcast,
for a
man. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that share. You get the Hype 3 videos a week.
I think
This show is about to get derailed real quick. I knew it was going to get derailed at this point.
But listen, I'm not being funny. I agree with what Edward's stance is on this, and I do think that for this time frame that Joker should be where he is, and I do believe that he was better longer during this time frame than Shaq was. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. I think it's fair. Now, if you're ever going to tell me at any point that Joker is better than Shaq was, no. But for the purposes of the way this particular discussion is framed, I got to go Jokic here. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Since
Now, if we
2020,
think about it. If we talk Shaq 92 through 06, it's no
then
discussion.
it's
at all.
no brainer. Yeah,
But
it's
there you
no-brainer.
go. Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Nikola Jokic, since his climb to the top, has
Yes.
not finished no less than second in MVP voting since 2020.
Yeah.
First, got the MVP, second in voting, MVP, second in voting, and now he's again top 2 in that.
So what's
conversation.
become a factor inadvertently is if a guy was drafted in the mid to late 90s and they spent some of their prime in the 2000s, they're getting dinged here.
Yeah.
Right. And in
Yes,
the case,
correct.
you see what I'm saying? So if somebody
Those-
spent
those
their
years are
entirety of
negated.
their prime
Yeah.
in the 2000s, they kind of have an edge. Like Curry, his entire
Right.
career is in the
Yeah.
heart of this.
That's exactly what I was saying. Yes.
Yeah.
Forged in the fire of the 90s, right? Transformer?
Fire of the 90s.
No, but that's exactly what I'm saying. We got to, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Okay, let's go.
Oh Lord! Oh! All right, we're gonna get to the third team. This is the final team. The first guard on the third team, Steve Nash, 16 points per game, 9.6 assists, 3.2 rebounds, 1.5 threes, 43.2 3-point percentage. It's kind of absurd. 3.6 plus minus on the box. 2-time MVP, though. One of those should have been Kobe Bean Bryant's, but 3-time first team All NBA, 2-time second team All NBA, 2-time third team All NBA, 8-time All Star, 5-time assist champion. That's Steve Nash. Your third team guard, James Bleepin Harden, 24.1 points, 8.2 free throw attempts. Notice he's the first and only person on this list where we mention the free throw attempts. 8.2 free throw attempts, 7.2 assists, 5.6 rebounds, 1.5 steals. I see what they kind of did here, right? For everybody else, they put points, assists, rebounds, like your typical, your three stats to make a triple double.
Your three major ones, yeah.
They made sure they put 8.2 free throws as the second thing you mentioned behind his points per game. Funny.
All I want is consistency, man.
2017-18 MVP, 6-time first team All-NBA, 2-time third team All-NBA. He's not made second team All-NBA ever. 11-time All-Star, 3-time scoring champion, and 2-time assist champion. That is James Harden. Your first forward, Kawhi Leonard, 20.1 points per game, 6.4 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.7 steals, 6.5 plus minus. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. 3-time first team All-NBA, 3-time second team All-NBA, 3-time first team All-Defense, 4-time second team All-Defense. He's a 6-time All-Star. He's your 14 and 15 steals champion. He is a 2-time champion, and he is a 2-time Finals MVP.
I'm sorry, who was that? That was
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi
Okay.
Leonard, yes.
I was wondering if he was going to get mentioned. It's hard with him having missed so many games, man.
So many games. I think that's what dings him a lot.
There were talks of him being the best player in the world for a while.
Yeah.
That did happen for a couple years.
Yeah, when he was like there, man, Kawhi was a monster.
Yeah. I remember the whole he's taking over LA billboards when he first got there. And
yeah.
So much about that. so much about that. Probably the worst thing that happened to LA. All right. Second forward on the third team, Giannis Antetokounmpo, 23.9 points per game, 9.9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1.2 blocks, 1.1 steals, 59.4 2-point percentage, 6.7 plus minus. He is your 2-time MVP, 2019 to 2020 Defensive Player of the Year, 7-time first team All-NBA, 2-time second team All-NBA, 4-time first team All-Defense, 1-time second team All-Defense, 9-time All-Star, 20 to 2021 champion and Finals MVP, and he also got the Most Improved Player from 16 to 17 as he rose to stardom. And then your grand finale, the Big Diesel is going to make the list. Third team center, 20.7 points per game, 9.6 rebounds, 2.4 assists, 1.9 blocks, 58.8 2-point percentage, 4.2 box plus minus. 6-time first team All-NBA, 1-time third team All-NBA, 2-time second team All-Defense, 8-time All-Star, 3-time champion, because again, they're not counting the 2000 run. They're only counting 2001, 2002, and 2006. And your 2-time Finals MVP. Now, the sample size. Our sample size for this quarter century's team start in the 2000 to 2001 season. During his 8 seasons prior to that, Shaq averaged 27.5 points per game, 12.4 rebounds, and 2.7 blocks, and secured his lone MVP and won his first championship. That was the more productive stretch that you're looking at if you're comparing this comparison to Jokic.
And can I interrupt here? Look who he was doing that against in the 90s. I'll leave that right there.
Hakeem, your dream.
And Pat Ewing, and Alonzo Mourning, and Mount Mutombo, and David Robinson. You know, bunch of Hall of Fame bigs. But anyway.
Yeah. So that is your first team. I mean, that is your third team. So again, first guard, Steve Nash. Second guard, James Harden. First forward, Kawhi Leonard. Second forward, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Center, Shaquille O'Neal. Big Shaq Diesel. The Cactus. The Shactus.
The Big Shaq.
The Big Aristotle.
Big Aristotle.
Superman. Shaq Fool.
Okay, quick question for y'all.
Yep.
What's it going to take for Giannis to pass KG?
Another MVP in the finals run.
He's got 2 MVPs, right?
Yeah, he has 2.
He's got 2 MVPs already. He's got Defensive Player of the Year, right? 1 or 2?
1.
Okay, 1 Defensive Player of the Year, so he's matched up with KG there. He's a much better scorer, although the era, we have to take that into account. But he is an elite. Well, he is considered an elite man-on defender. I'm not saying he should be ahead of him. I'm just curious to know, like, when you match them up, both playing the same position, kind of how do you do that?
And that is interesting.
Yeah, I just thought it was worth asking the question.
That is interesting. I mean, maybe the all defenses is where they give KG the nod. I mean, they like to Snead's point earlier, he gave you both points and defense. So maybe another all team. I think if he wins another MVP or he wins another title and he's in Finals MVP, I think at that point he'll pass KG. They'll go ahead and give him that nod.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we get into the smaller accolades, and then we can go ahead and put a bow on this. The Best Shooter Award. I think that's pretty obvious. They're going to give that to Steph Curry.
Of course.
They're going to give that to Steph Curry. NBA players average 1.07 points per three-point attempt, not counting free throws from 4-point plays. Curry averaged 1.27. That is a simplified wide margin.
Honorable mention, Klay Thompson.
Yep. Definitely honorable mention here. I think they mentioned him later on in this
Ray Allen, honorable mention.
There you go. Yeah. When you multiply the difference between Curry's average and the league's average by Curry's total attempts, you get a whopping 1,878.9 more points on Curry's attempts than exactly average shooter would have totaled. Damn.
That's a big difference.
The most impressive thing about Steph Curry is he did things at volume at a phenomenal percentage. Most people, you got to sacrifice
That's
percentage made with the volume, right? You didn't really have to sacrifice that much with Curry.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Great shooter. First, big part of that is rules, man. I can't get past that. Big part.
He's first in all-time career free throw percentage at 91.1.
Yes.
Insane.
So Bruce is basically saying they manufactured Curry's success.
I didn't say that, but a big part is rules. Think about it. The freedom of movement. You can't chip him or bump him off the ball or it's a foul, right?
Makes life a lot easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No hand checking, no real. Because if you could really like defend him like a Gary Payton or a Mookie Blaylock or a Derek Harper would back in the day.
Did you see what Matthew Dellavedova did to Steph in the finals in 2015?
Dellavedova harassed him, hounded him, right?
Because they're not going to blow the whistles that much in the finals. You know.
So the question now becomes: if you got somebody that's really physically defending this dude for 3 quarters, are his legs still there to be pulling up for logo threes in the fourth? Like we got to think about all that stuff, and people don't. That's nothing. That's no. People are gonna say, "Oh, you just hating your old head and your wax."
But there's guys on these lists, Bruce.
Yeah,
there's guys on these lists. A lot of this is simply regular season.
That's true.
You know, playoff performances don't really matter all that much because James Harden is on this list.
True.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he has done nothing in the playoffs. I mean, his averages, everything goes down every playoff.
Down.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't blow it. They don't. That whistle goes back in their pocket. All right. Best dunker. Now, here's another uncontroversial call. Vince Carter received all but 1 vote for best dunker since 2000. Aaron Gordon snagged the other. Right?
Who the hell did that, bro?
Vince Carter is your best dunker award. Now they say this is not just because of the 2000 slam dunk victory. You have to remember how good Vince Carter's in-game
crazy. When he
not to mention where he retired a player before he ever made the league on the USA team.
Oh wow!
For dunking over him, clearly over him.
72 jumped over my man. Yeah.
He never rose to stardom.
That dude was a center, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's
German. He was like 7'2". He jumped clean over him.
Over him.
Like everybody's impressed by when Mac McClung like jumps over someone and pushes off the ball, and which is cool and that's fun. But like Vince Carter was like 6'7", jumping over 7-footers.
Yeah,
in game.
If you see the photograph of the reverse angle from under the basket, KG is there like this,
like.
It's like, yo, and we know KG is a dude known for booming on people too, right?
Yeah.
So to see him make that face,
we we respect Vince Carter clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the players respect Vince Carter the most.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, this is what I wanted for myself, and I didn't have this.
Yeah.
You know, the Vince Carter is just a unique individual.
The man
Well, I
lived
got
above
a
the rim.
problem with Vince because I think he could have been so much better than what he was. He was so physically gifted. Like, Bruce, shout out to Baltimore Bruce. He always says, God not going to give you everything. Can you imagine if he had anything close to the Iverson or Kobe mindset with his physical tools?
It would have been a dog.
Beyond a dog. He would have been a wolf or whatever a lion, whatever. He would have destroyed everything in sight, but he didn't have that. He wasn't built that way. So,
But yeah, that's your best dunker award. Best playmaker. No, not gonna guess it. Okay.
They tied. They tied.
Best playmaker, Steve Nash.
I was gonna say Steve Nash too.
Best playmaker award went to LeBron Ramon James Sr. and Nikola Jokic. They both tied.
Okay. So Jokic, I would go Jokic and Nash. That's what I would say.
Yep.
That's no slight on LeBron, but best.
How was it Nash mentioned?
I don't know.
Give me a chance to speak, Sneed. I gotta finish.
I'm sorry.
This category was tight with LeBron James, Nikola Jokic, Chris Paul, and Steve Nash all receiving votes. But in a bit of a surprise, the two bigger players from that group tied for the honor. To understand why, you have to go beyond raw assist totals and averages through those impressive years. For much of the 25 years covered, Jokic and LeBron were amongst the game's best possession manipulators or engineers. Each could set the chess pieces in the right places in the middle of the game. Each could pass their teammates in open space. Each undoubtedly made their teammates significantly better. What may set them apart from Nash and CP3, who also checks all of the boxes, was the added ability to create and finish plays for themselves. Playmaking, not only for others, but for yourselves. Okay. And obviously they voted Steve Nash was not that great at it. CP3 was not as good as LeBron and Nikola Jokic at playmaking. So that's why they received the tie for the playmaker, not the assister, a passer, playmaker award. Best defender, Timmy D and Ben Wallace.
Was Ben Wallace the great defender long enough? I guess the peak was so high. Yeah. But I'm wondering, was he there for long? Because, I would take KG over Ben Wallace just because of the duration of his greatness on defense.
Ben Wallace was all NBA defense and a really, really good defender.
Yeah.
Until 08, 09, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably his
so he spent a decade as an elite defender.
Was it a decade? Yeah, okay.
I mean, the man was
about 8 years. Yeah.
The man was dominant for a while.
I mean, Shaq wasn't doing nothing with him.
No. And I think he gets a lot of credit for that. But, he's a 4-time defensive player of the year, elite shot blocker back.
How many guys win 4 DPOYs?
It's him. It's it's Ben Wallace and Rudy Gobert.
Oh, damn, Rudy.
And
Rudy don't count.
That might be it. That might be it.
It's unique.
Yeah,
it's a unique, accomplishment to have.
Mount Mutombo, thank you. God bless the dead. Thank you, Woody. Mount Mutombo. That's 4. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's unique. I'm good with him being there.
Dikembe Mutombo was the other one.
Honorable mentions, I'd probably put KG in there.
Yeah, that's where I would go. Yeah. KG, I would go KG and Timmy tied for that. But I'm not mad at Ben Wallace. That's cool.
You would go KG and Timmy tie for that?
For the
despite he being one of the 3 to only have 4 defensive player of the years?
Yeah, I would because I think that as great a defender as Ben Wallace was, and boy was he in his prime, I think KG was a better defender for longer, and I think he was a more versatile defender.
Now we got to think this is the 2000 post that KG spent a lot of his defensive player of the years prior to that too.
No, he didn't. Because remember, you say he came in 95, right? So, he was a good defender, but he's got the.
Christ.
Wait, who are you talking about?
No, I'm finished. I typed in the wrong thing. I'm talking about.
No. I was saying, KG probably literally from about 2000 to what? 2012 was all defensive caliber player, I think.
Defensive first teams. Yeah, you got a lot of defensive first teams.
Coach T, don't be biased by that. I know that's why they put him there, because of that, which was a great feat, no doubt. But I know that's why. But you're biased by that. You know that.
Yeah, but he shut down everybody though.
Yeah, but he's gonna get extra credit for Shaq when Shaq was, in monster
Peak
mode.
Shaq.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna go with KG. But that's
KG?
okay.
That's fair.
KG and Timmy, I think I would have tied for that.
All right. Best Coaches Award. 3-way tie between Steve Kerr,
Mhm.
Eric Spoelstra,
Mhm.
and El Jefe.
Mm.
If you don't know who El Jefe is,
Look at
Google it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't think it's a 3-way tie. I'm gonna go with El Jefe.
El Jefe?
I'll tell you why. Because obviously starting in '99, but even beyond that, if you watch the way that Popovich was able to, he didn't do it the same way every time, right?
Yep.
He started off doing it the old school way with the dominant bigs, the Twin Towers. He did that. Because when did D-Rob retire? After the second one in 2003, right? Yeah, that's when D-Rob retired, after the second one. So he was doing it with the dominant bigs, with the Twin Towers. Then he was doing it with one dominant big with Timmy. Then he started doing it with, when he seen Manu and Tony get into their own, he started doing it with the elite wing and guard play. Then he started doing it later with the Euro style ball movement, right? And because remember, Steve Kerr took a lot of that and took it to Golden State and fused it with the triangle. That's what we got there. So then El Jefe starts doing it with the ball movement, the swinging the ball. And remember, he never liked the three, but then he embraced the three. And that's when they ran LeBron and Miami out of the gym in the finals in 2014, right? So I would give it to Pop because he won in so many different ways and different iterations of his championship team. That's my thought. Where are you guys on that?
And he birthed Steve Kerr.
Well, yes.
He birthed him from his coaching tree. So I think that also gives you an edge on how great of a coach you were.
I think Steve Kerr's been exposed over the last few years.
Yeah, it doesn't look good for him right now. Yeah.
I don't think he makes people better.
I think he's just.
I think Greg Popovich gets a lot out of regular guys.
Yes, he does.
Spoelstra 100% gets a lot out of regular guys.
Derek White started with the Spurs.
Yeah, I don't see the same thing in Kerr. Kerr, when he had everything perfect produced.
Yeah.
But so did the guy from Toronto.
Yeah.
And so did the guy from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
And so did Ty Lue.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these one-hitter quitters, bro, but Spoelstra makes players better. Bam Adebayo is a great player who I think plays above what he actually is. Well, Jimmy's best years were in Miami.
Can we also say this, though, that Steve Kerr was able, and I'm going to give him credit for this, when you win 4 times with a similar cast, I'll give him credit for fighting off the disease of me. And I think that's huge in coaching and able to continue to win. I get what you're saying, and you're not wrong. Go ahead.
He's not Spo, and he's not Pop.
I'm fine with that.
I'm putting him just, I have to put these guys in a hierarchy.
Okay.
It's easy to do. I got Pop. I got Spo. Kerr is clearly behind the two of them.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, the thing, if Kerr would have ever overachieved, we could have a different conversation, because Pop overachieved in a market that wasn't supposed to do this.
That's right.
He beat Laker great teams, bro. Like some of the best NBA teams we've ever seen, he beat and became that. And Spo fixed the Heat, the failed 2011 Heat. He fixed them. He made them champions. He took the weaknesses of players and addressed them. And then he
how
made
much credit
players.
do we give to Dwayne Wade for that?
What do you mean?
Because apparently the renounced move was that Dwayne Wade came to Eric and was like, "No, we're going to change this. We're going to play through LeBron."
Oh, really?
That's not what it was. What it was.
Dwayne Wade has that is what it was. Dwayne Wade said we're going to change how we play.
The system changed when Spo went to Chip Kelly at Oregon and watched the way they spread the offense. So are you saying that he felt compelled to change the offense because of what Dwayne Wade told him?
Yes.
That what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah.
It might be an amalgam of the two.
It could be, yeah, it could be both. But Dwayne Wade, I mean, that's they talk about that a lot. How Dwayne Wade was like, no, we're gonna fix this by playing through LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't be the guy. LeBron has to be the guy that we go through to win. Then that's when everything changed and they won the 2 straight.
I'm not really gonna give Dwayne Wade credit for that personally, but I mean, if he sparked it, if that was kind of the origins, then that's important.
So I think that, quick side note here, I think that D Wade did have something to do with that, because I think he understood that if LeBron is not the unquestioned number one guy, he's not going to be able to play at his best.
He's being wasted.
D Wade was able to put his pride to the side and say, okay, cool, for the opportunity to, wow, Steve, whoa.
Steve is crazy, bro.
Right. I think D Wade was able to put his pride to the side and say, okay, for the pursuit of championships, let's do this.
Yeah.
So that's what I think.
So they did put it first, second, third team. So Curry was going to be third team, Spoelstra's second team, and El Jefe is the first team.
I think that's right.
If they was to order it, they didn't order it in the title. They just put 3 names together.
Okay.
But when you read into it, it says how they labeled it. So it's not a tie. And that's the first, second, third team. I don't know why they did it like that. That's weird. And then we get to the final. The best overall player. Believe it or not, 2 other players who receive votes in this category both have reasonable arguments for the crown. 2 of those names are, 1, Nikola Jokic has the best raw numbers.
Yeah, Ed. Hold on. Jokic.
I'm not done.
No, but he's the only one that deserves applause.
Okay. Kobe Bryant had 4 championships this quarter century without ever leaving the team that drafted him. But LeBron had both otherworldly production and the rings. It may be hard to some leagues, younger fans to remember, but nothing could stop LeBron at his peak. He had never seen a player LeBron's size move the way he did as he shifted into Miami career at the end of his career, end of Miami Heat era, and also became arguably the most skilled player in the league.
What?
LeBron Ramon James Sr.
What?
Is your best overall player of the last quarter century.
Okay, look, hold on. I have no problem if somebody says LeBron is the best player of the quarter century. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that based on what he's done. But how do these people, 1, I keep saying it, ignore the losing, and 2, the most skilled player in the league?
Now, granted,
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Bruce,
come on, man.
They have a good argument.
Most skilled transformer?
Did you hear what I said though? Listen to the context. As he shifted into the Miami Heat era of his career, post that, he also became arguably the most skilled player in the league. To me and Sneed's point, this is the second stint in Cleveland. That LeBron was the most skilled player in the NBA by far.
It was him or KD or Steph. That's really
that's the argument. It wasn't. He was the most skilled player in the NBA. It said league, not history.
Kawhi is nowhere there, huh? Pete Kawhi is nowhere near most skilled player in the league.
I mean, he's near
at that point. No,
he's near, but I mean, I still think it was those 3 would be the only ones that would qualify.
Kawhi won his chip 2019, right? Do I have that right? 2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Okay, and he wasn't. Okay, all right.
Most skilled. So you're arguing a championship that he was kind of gift wrapped thanks to some injuries.
No, not the championship, but the way he was playing, the level he was playing.
Bro, he was a great player, but still, skills wise, KD, Steph, and LeBron were more skilled than Kawhi.
Okay.
Yet more skilled? More skilled. Peak LeBron James versus peak Kawhi? I'm taking peak LeBron 100 times out of 99. Give me an extra one. Peak LeBron?
Right.
I'm telling you, that 2018 year?
It was crazy.
It was nuts.
And it was clearly his peak.
It was freaking nuts. It was insane. Kawhi Leonard also can't pass. He's not an elite passer.
It's average. It's just regular.
Yeah, he's not an elite passer. Kawhi Leonard yes, he was good. Like, and when he got to like his peak form scoring, he wasn't the peak defender he was in San Antonio no more. People got to remember that too.
He was a
He
fine
played
defender.
great
He was never a
defense, yeah.
bad defender.
He was never a bad defender, but he wasn't peak Kawhi. The claw wasn't the same guy that was giving you 27 a game. Those are two different guys. LeBron, peak LeBron, was the most skilled guy. You couldn't do nothing to him. He was scoring 40, give you 12 rebounds, and give you 9 assists every time. Every time. Carried what's that boy's name? Kyrie Irving-less, and then eventually Kevin Love-less team to the finals. He still had to do that. Kawhi Leonard not doing that. Let's be bluntly clear. Kawhi Leonard's not doing that. Put Pete Kawhi on that Cavaliers team. He's not carrying them to the finals. Guaranteed.
In that East, he might have.
Nah.
No.
Atlanta's cooking them.
Atlanta?
Because he can't play make like that. You got to think LeBron was also the orchestrator. Kawhi Leonard.
I mean, there were decent players on the Cavs, but I mean, they weren't great. But I think Kawhi could get to the finals with that Cavaliers team in that East. Kawhi was pretty close to LeBron. He wasn't as good as LeBron, but he was close.
Most skilled. When you wanted to, Kawhi Leonard was not skilled as LeBron James. Stop it, y'all. It was not. It's not close.
So the only thing I'm going to say is this, right?
Not even close.
Defense is a skill too, right? So
LeBron's defense was good at that time, bro.
It was good.
Can I make it? All right, y'all got it. Okay.
Go ahead, Bruce.
No, I don't get what we're arguing. It's not even close.
Exactly, Steve. Exactly.
If he was the most skilled, where's his MVP?
Really? That's what we're doing.
If he's the best player, is he the? Because you changed the criteria. Well, what about what he did in Toronto? That doesn't make you the most skilled.
I'm not talking.
LeBron did that shit for like 8 straight years, and we just
hold on, man. Hold on.
Toronto's in the East.
Kawhi Leonard is a very skilled player.
Mm-hmm. Great, absolutely. I'm not saying he's not.
Right, but if we analyze the way they played the game and their strengths and how strong those strengths were, LeBron had incredibly strong strengths that Kawhi just didn't have.
Question: do you hear people saying that Nikola Jokic is the most skilled player in the league today? Do you hear people saying that?
I do.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you hear people saying, erroneously or not, that Nikola Jokic is the most skilled big man of all time? Do you hear people saying that?
That
Nikola Jokic is the most skilled?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's by far Will Chamberlain of all time. That's Will Chamberlain.
No, I'm not arguing for Jokic here. What I'm doing is trying to demonstrate a point here, right? So we hear people say that about Jokic, even though he plays almost zero on the other side of the ball, right?
I know.
They say that because of the what he's doing that's so great offensively, it's able to bypass the fact that he doesn't do the defense, right? So what I'm saying is, when you have a guy, because y'all's argument is Kawhi is not the passer LeBron is, that's fine. Or never was, never has been, that's fine. But I'm talking peak Kawhi, that 2019 year, when he was scoring, when he was locking up, maybe not defensive player of the year locking up, but still locking up, scoring, rebounding, doing it all, and carrying those Raptors, who probably weren't any better a team because they traded away assets to get him than Cleveland was when LeBron took him to the finals, right? In the previous year. So when you compare that, and again, I'm using the Jokic example, he's so great offensively that we ignore his defense, and they say he's the most skilled. So why is it that Kawhi can't be up there skill-wise because he's not a great passer like LeBron?
He's not a great playmaker like LeBron. That's a skill too, Bruce.
Okay.
You can't vote the man the most skilled, the best playmaker. On top of that, he'll give you 35. And on top of that, he can sit in the chair.
Okay. So
remember, at that time, LeBron was still an unstoppable transition player. He was
unstoppable.
He was very good in the post, passing out of the post, scoring out of the post. You know, he'd really refined his jumper. It was pretty reliable for his standards. I mean, there was a lot of things during those couple of years.
Huh? I said interesting verbiage. He refined his jumper. It was pretty reliable for his standards.
For his standard, because I would never say that it was better than the elite jump shooters of the era. It's not accurate.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's clear that was his peak, and it's clear that in his peak, he was the most skilled player of the era. The only arguments that you can make are Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. That's it. Kawhi's close, but no cigar.
Yeah. I'll put him on second team.
Absolutely. And that's why he was able to win a championship in Toronto, is because he was like that.
Not this discussion, Steve.
I agree. I agree with what Steve is saying here.
So you agree that he's not more skilled. So you agree.
No, I'm saying I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with acting like it's so far out of bounds to make the argument.
They're close. They're close.
They're close, but it's LeBron.
All right, let's go ahead and
that's the definitive answer. It's LeBron.
All right, you got any more to go through before we take a
that was the end.
That was a great.
They go through like other like.
By the way, best overall player of the last
yeah.
quarter century was Bean. It wasn't LeBron. It was Bean.
Yeah, it was Kobe.
I'm good with that.
We all know that.
All right, let's take a couple calls, y'all. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. Listen, we're gonna take 2 calls on this and keep it moving because this topic ran kind of long. But
Steve keeps bringing up the Latte West. This is crazy.
I saw that. Yeah, it's crazy work. Yeah, give it the call, y'all. And when you call in, make sure it's get straight to your topic, and then we'll hang up and we'll answer you. That way we can keep the show moving. 904-219-8264.
Yeah, shout out to Bean, bro. I mean, what do you think? What do you think the separation is between Bean and Kawhi?
Wow, that's tough. That's tough. Because I guess we always just got to wonder, like, if Kawhi had been able to stay healthy, because I think he was a monster. I think he was very much Kobe-esque. He was a monster.
He knew who and what he was as a player, and he knew what his strengths were, and he played into them. Never went outside of himself.
Yeah,
I thought he was a good decision maker. You know, Kawhi doesn't get a lot of credit for that, but playing within yourself is important.
Exactly.
Not putting yourself in a position to harm your team.
Right. Sean, what's good, man?
Sean, what up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Happy holidays.
Hey,
Yeah,
thank you, brother.
bro.
Same to you.
Man, Bleach Report still to this day always be lying, man. That's one of the reasons why I stopped even reading their platform. I know, like, they always be lying, and even to this day, they had like, the best overall player. I mean, what do you expect? You guys glazed the guy since 2003. So what do you expect? But
I mean, he was pretty amazing.
yeah. That level, bruh. How can you glaze with someone who lose more than they won? I mean, shoot, I know it'll be show you. Shoot, I mean, I can be a show you Otani or freaking Babe Ruth, but you guys glaze a guy who lose more than you won. How can anybody just like, yeah?
I mean, they got James Harden on this list. They got Steve Nash on this list. They didn't do anything.
And to be fair, right? He won the most
Nash over Chris Paul,
in that 25.
Say again, Transformer.
I mean, he won the most during his 25-year stretch out of all these players.
He won the most.
Him and Steph Curry.
Well, Finals MVP.
Right.
He got the top of the mantle 4 times.
Man, D-Wade, man, I hope that sacrifice is worth it.
I know.
Let me talk to you on that list, man. Listen. I try not to cook him, but you guys give me every reason to cook him. It's
Cook,
like,
bro.
Don't say you guys. Don't say you guys.
Okay, not you, Bruce. Not you, Bruce. You know what I mean? It's in you, and you, Sneed. Like, sometimes, you know what I mean, we can understand. But as far as, like, come on. Really? But anyway, though, this list is absolute buffoonery, as always. I mean, yeah, you know, you put Kobe, but it's more like about, like, hey, you know, we have to put him so we don't want to get alienated by the fans.
I think so.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Our subscription numbers are way down, so we might have to give some Kobe love so people will come back to us.
Mhm.
That's what it's all about. But you guys put Steve Nash over Chris Paul as like Steve Nash is our first.
Chris Paul was over Steve Nash.
No. Chris Paul made.
Chris Paul was over Steve Nash.
Steve Nash made 13. Yeah. But go ahead, land the plane for me, Sean.
All I'm just gonna say is Bleacher Report, man. You guys are gonna lose numbers. You know what I mean? This whole level of glazing you guys have been doing for the past 20 years is absolutely disgusting. And yeah, you know what I mean? That's all I say about it. And also Kawhi in 2019 was a better two-way player than LeBron freaking James while they're playing the same freaking conference. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, I appreciate you, Sean. Have a good one, brother. Thanks for the call.
To add more context to best overall, more context to best overall.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron has averaged 20 points per game for 23 consecutive years.
Very impressive.
When you want to talk about overall, there's no decline of less than 20 points per game for 23 out of the 25 years.
Yeah, there's a little more to that though.
We can't just do that, Bruce. We can't just do that. There's more to that.
No, there is.
That's dominance, bro.
I'm not saying it's not, but there's more to it. Real quick, this is what I forgot to mention. Is that I find it very interesting. You put Kobe on there as your shooting guard for your all quarter century team, but somehow still keep him out of the top 10 in that previous Bleacher Report ranking. That just goes to show they full of it and they play in the game.
You put Steve Kerr over him. Yeah. I mean, not Steve Kerr, Steph Curry.
Like, stop that. Nino, what up, brother?
What's going on, man? The list is decent. I really ain't got too much. Y'all know who's at number 1 and 2. Y'all can change them 2 out if y'all want. I got no problem with that. I mean, however y'all want to go about that. That's anybody with common sense about basketball know what that is. Now, Bruce, hey, I'm usually with you when it comes to this guy, man. And I know what you're saying about defense and all this. I ain't gonna lie, man. He winning me, man. That boy Jokic is a. Hey,
that's fine.
Listen, Bruce. I don't know if I seen nothing like that on offense.
Okay.
I seen Bron, I seen KD, and I said, man, I ain't never seen nothing like these guys, you know? Over 6 weeks, KD, Bron, just big and moving. We ain't being Jokic.
I have a question for you, Nino. And I respect your basketball acumen, and I respect that you're impressed by Jokic. And sometimes Jokic is impressive, okay? I know it doesn't seem like I want to give him any due because he is doing amazing things, I admit it. But let me ask you this. Do you think, real talk, that if we transported Jokic to 1995, do you think he's doing this?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
This the game, though, Bruce. Let me tell you the game real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If you put Jokic with his skill and his knowledge, and you let him do what he's doing, because he did this. We can't say if you let other guys do it because they wasn't allowed to do it. They gonna have a tough time trying to go with Jokic out there in the paint. Now, if he gonna go at my boy Dream and stop Shaq, no, he not. But nobody did that.
I'll tell you what, I don't know what coach is gonna let him play like this back then.
He would foul out because they would force him to guard his matchup. He would foul out.
There would be a dip in his
arrows. If we gonna do this with the arrows, you can only say Jokic he got the information in his head from the future. That's why it's not a knock at the because they seen that, and that is what allowed Bron them and Jokic and Kobe them to be them guys from Mike them. So you can take Jokic information, but you can't say what if Dream was like a Dream probably had the skill set to do what Jokic did, but not many others. I
don't think he was the passer that Joker is.
No, he was not. He absolutely was not.
Now I know where you win. I'm gonna let y'all go, but I know where you gonna get me at, Bruce. And you absolutely right. I can't make no excuses. Jokic on defense, But offensively, I'm gonna be real with you, Sneed and Transformer Bruce. He might be the most skilled center, man. Offensive. Might be. Now, I'm gonna let y'all go. Let that marinate in your spirit. I'm
gonna just let Bruce.
Bruce, I wish I could see Bruce's face right now. But I'm telling you, Bruce, he getting me. All right, guys.
Nino, thank you for the call, my brother. I appreciate you.
All right. If somebody really likes Joker, how is their favorite player not Wilt Chamberlain?
Wilt Chamberlain is the overall GOAT.
Like if Joker impresses you, how do you not bring up Wilt Chamberlain in these discussions too?
It's hard when you didn't.
How was Wilt Chamberlain forgotten?
It's hard when you didn't see him. YD, what up? Happy holidays, brother.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Maintain.
What's happening?
Hey, man, what's up, mate? What's up, Transformer? What's up, Sneed?
What's going on, brother?
Man, what poppin', man? Hey, bro. I kind of agree. I kind of agree with Nino, bro, about the Joker, bro. I really don't like to play like time machine basketball and go play. Like I really don't like doing that. I mean, unless it's at least like they eras like overlap or something like that. Like kind of like Kobe and Bron. You know how they like if it's something like
overlap.
that. Yeah, I'm cool with it. But anything going to 30, 40 years ago, I mean, hey, any players, like I know you like Hakeem, and to me, bro, like I said, I'm born and raised in Houston, so like Hakeem, the Dream is a legend, like in the city, like so. So I understand like what you're saying, like with all that, but Jokic, bro, like sometimes y'all put the two-way player, y'all put too much juice on there, bro.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna be like I'm just being real with you, like because Steph Curry is not a two-way player, but what he does offensively, like not just scoring, not just like Steph Curry make without the ball. It's called gravity.
Yes, it is.
So what I'm saying is that a two-way player, like I don't think Magic Johnson wasn't a two-way player. Like, but his offensive responsibility and his prolificness, if that's a word, I'm saying it outweighs what like some players that we right now we're calling J-Dub a two-way player. Right?
Can I interrupt you for a second on the Magic point, young disciple?
Not if you're going to tell me he was a defensive player.
I'm not saying he was a defensive stopper, right? So Edward, our resident Jokic Glazer, he tells me all the time.
Resident Jokic Glazer.
Yeah. He tells me all the time Jokic plays defense because he gets steals. Every time Jokic gets a steal, I get a text from Edward, right? So hold on.
Yeah,
I'm just
no steals is not an indicator of defense. We know
I agree. But what I'm saying is Magic was not a stopper, but at least he gave effort on defense. That's my bigger thing, right? There's too many times that Jokic doesn't give effort on defense. Go ahead. Bro.
I'm cool. I'm cool with what you're saying, Bruce. But I'm saying in rankings, but we don't have an effort category.
There's not a statistic for it theoretically, but you can for those of us who know what we're looking at, yourself, myself, Sneed, Transformer, most of the guys on this panel, we can see when guys are giving effort, and doesn't that inform how you view that player?
Not defensively, cooked is cooked.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying. Like you can have all the effort. Like I'm saying if you cooked, you cooked. Like I'm just being honest with you. Like there's no soft landing spot for dudes who give effort. Like I'm just being honest with you. Like
but effort keeps you from being bad though. Like bad is bad, right? Like you can't even be serviceable on one side of the ball. That's bad, right? You're getting cooked all the time. That's bad. But someone who puts in effort and tries, they can usually.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold y'all, bro. Like I'm just saying, whether you have effort or not, if you don't have the defensive capabilities or the foot speed or the footwork to play defense, you're gonna get cooked. Like effort is not stopping Kobe from putting 81 on somebody. Effort ain't stopping LeBron from scoring 40 points 9 times in a playoff run. I don't care what your effort is.
Yeah, but good defenders got cooked by Bean too.
That's true.
That's my whole point. Like, right, bro you heard what Steve just said? Good defenders get cooked. So what I'm saying is that what do you think that a person who's not a good defender is going to do? You think his effort is going to stop somebody?
Well, no, I get it, but like with Jokic, they literally hide this guy on defense. With Steph, they literally hide this guy on defense. So to me, that's problematic. And again, for this era, that's fine. But my bigger argument, and I know you've heard me say this, young disciple, is that when you start putting guys into historical categories, historically great, top this, top that, cool. But now we have to start looking at everything. So that's my thing, man.
Now, I agree with you. But when we look at rankings, bro, the like I said, like Magic offensive capabilities outweighs that. Like you get what I'm saying? I could say Chris Paul was a better two-way player than Magic Johnson. I can say that. We'll all agree.
Yes, you can say that. Yeah, but that doesn't mean Magic was bad on defense, though. That's what I'm saying.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying let's just use CP3 and Magic. Sure. I can say CP3 is a better two-way point guard than Magic.
Yes.
But is he a better point guard than Magic?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a fair argument.
That's when you have to be able to look with your eyes and differentiate the two. That's
a fair point.
Yes, CP3 is a dog on defense. Yeah, I agree. But would I take do I value him over Magic? No, I don't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's where I go with it. Hey, bro, and bro, y'all, like, hey, it's another thing, bro. Like, and hey, bro, and I'm feeling y'all, bro. Like I like the little change. I like how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's way different, bro, than when I used to call when I first came up on the show, bro. Like it's real different. Like I like that, bro. I like the change. Y'all keep bossing up. I like that for real.
Hey, man, we appreciate that, brother.
Hey, but bro, like that's what I'm trying to say, bro. Like the Bleacher Report, like okay, ever since 2000. That's what they're saying, right? Or 2001. That's what they're saying, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, 2001, correct.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying, because I feel like century teams, quarter century teams. I feel like all rankings, bro, is based off resumes. Like it ain't.
I think so.
How you look. It ain't how you look doing what you did. It ain't nothing. Skill set, nigga. All that to me, skill set, nigga, is for GM that's about to draft a player. That's what skill set is like to me. Once you done playing, what your skill set was, it doesn't really like. Me, I don't take it like really into, because we will all say that David Robinson had a better skill set than Shaq. Like, yes. I think we would agree on that.
Correct.
Yes, but Shaq is the better player. Like, is what I'm saying. Like, like so when it comes to like, because
I hear what you're saying.
I got LeBron number one. Like, we already know that
for the quarter century. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes. So you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, he never disagreed with it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He disagreed with the most skilled part. That's the part he disagreed.
Yeah, that was the only part. But no, I agree that LeBron is the number one player of the past quarter century. Yes, listen, I'm not a fan, but I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, you don't got LeBron in your top 10, so that's a
Well, that's a whole different argument, man.
Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you.
So who you think more skilled than LeBron?
Well, look, we could get into it's not so much that. I just think there were.
I ain't no arguing with you, bro. I just want to hear your argument.
No, I just thought there were arguments for it, like when Transformer and Sneed were saying about 2018 LeBron being hands down the most skilled, and I was saying I felt like there was an argument for 2019 Kawhi. I felt like there was an argument for that. That doesn't make me right, but I think there's an argument for it.
But when they say most skilled, aren't they talking about the 24 years? Or are they talking about who had the greatest skilled 1 year?
No. The context of the conversation was the end of the Miami era, going into the Cleveland era. They consider LeBron the most skilled player in the league.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You kind of missing out. You missing the question a little bit, Bruce. They're not saying 1 year. Like, okay, and that's another thing, like what Transformer and Steve was trying to tell. Because I agree with them, bro. Like as far as I think LeBron is one of the most skilled players ever. Like that's period, hands down. Like, but what they were saying, when they said it wasn't even close, like. The Raptors that year, Kyle Lowry, what Kyle Lowry and other what's the dude name?
Van Fleet.
Van Fleet.
Yeah, Van Fleet, like what they were doing for the teams that LeBron was on, LeBron was doing what Kawhi did and what Kawhi had to do and what those point guards had to do. Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm saying whether Caleb was there, whether Kyrie was there, like he had to do that. Like
he didn't always have to, young decide. So listen, we're not gonna get into the LeBron thing, but for me, I'll just say this. No, I know, but we
ain't hollering or nothing, bro.
No, I got you. No, I respect how you came in here. No, I'm enjoying it. I'm just saying
we can't have a discussion.
Well, because we already 2 hours into this.
We got to do a young disciple show, bro. That's it. It's
already
over.
2 hours into the show. We still got 2 topics left. That's why, man.
You always do me like that.
No, I'm not.
Why you got to do me like that? Come on, Bruce.
Hey, Sneak the Transformer. See, it don't matter how I come in.
No.
Bro, you came in a man of peace, bro.
Yeah, did.
It don't even matter. Hit me with that, man.
No, brother, I'm enjoying the discussion. I am really. I'm not BSing you. We got to move on.
He's trying to manage the show, is what he's saying, young disciple. He's trying to manage the show.
That's all that is.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, okay, man. Hey, bro, y'all, set me up a show or something, bro.
You know what? We are gonna have to do that, man. Real talk. We gonna have to.
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate the call, though, man. What you got?
Let me tell you one more thing, bro.
Sure.
I am ashamed of the 2010s, bro. I seen what you, Transformer, and that ranch dude.
Sports
I seen what y'all did, bro. And bro, y'all laughing, bro. That ain't funny. Transformer, bro. I thought we were better than that, bro. We didn't use your.
Yo, you didn't think he was gonna catch that, did you?
Transformer. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe you was a part of that Transformer.
Hey, 2000s was my era, though, man.
Somebody Transformer? I didn't know he thought like this. Oh my God, Transformer, bro. Hey, bro, you do a good job of being deceptive, bro. Because I never knew. I said, this is Transformer? Man, bro, Transformer, you broke my heart that day, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. I watched that show. I watched that episode twice. I could not believe that was you, Transformer.
Hey, man.
That man broke my heart, man.
2000s was my era, man. That's the year of the beam, man. Hey, the decade of the beam.
Hey, bro,
2000s were tough, though.
I know you were just trying to be competitive. I get it. Like no matter what era I got, I would have did the same thing. But Transformer, bro, some of the things that you were saying, bro,
unforgivable.
Bro. Some of those statements, bro, you can't say it unless you really believe it. Bro, I kept looking at my iPad. I'm making sure that's your voice when I'm hearing the statements. I'm like, bro, Transformer, bro, I ain't never heard that before, Transformer.
Young disciple said it was AI.
LeBron, bro. I just couldn't believe it, bro. But I'm sorry, bro, taking up y'all time. I had to tell y'all that. But Transformer, bro, you wrong as hell, bro. You wrong as hell, bro. But that's a bit, bro. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you, young disciple, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the call,
all right, buddy.
Yeah. Yo, young disciple thought you was AI, bro.
I couldn't believe it. Why you torturing us like that?
Great call from young disciple and some great points as well.
Oh, man.
All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and let's move on. Sneed, this is you, man. Let's get it.
The San Antonio Spurs, the OKC Thunder, have very recently kind of created something really fun in a rivalry.
Yeah.
A Western Conference rivalry between the two teams that are kind of sort of built the same way. They have star power. They have young cores to their rosters. They've built around players that they've drafted. They made a couple of acquisitions. I look at a guy like De'Aaron Fox for the Spurs. I look at a guy like, SGA for the Thunder. I look at Victor Wembanyama, right, the centerpiece of the Spurs franchise. I look at all these. I don't know. Would you just call it like they're like an alignment? If I look at the two teams, they're so similar in these ways. Right?
Yeah,
it's young players. It's young rosters. It's construction, it's building, and it's evolution of their team. And these teams, the two of them, know who they are and who they want to be on this quest. In the case of the Thunder, they want to go back-to-back championships. The Spurs want to prove to the world that they belong, and they're ascending. This is going to be a really fun time for these two teams.
I think so.
Right now, the Spurs are beating the Thunder when everybody watched the Thunder win like 25 games in a row or win 25 games in 26 of them.
Yeah.
And then the Spurs come in and beat them twice in a week.
Yeah.
Right. And in a way that we don't typically see the Thunder be vulnerable, the Spurs make them vulnerable. And they do it with the way that the Thunder typically do to other teams, with defensive pressure, with execution, with defined roles from their players. And it's weird because we just saw the Thunder basically dominate the league with defense.
Yeah.
But they can't dominate the Spurs defensively like they do with other teams.
No, they can't.
So the question that everybody's asking is, do the Thunder have a Spurs problem? Is this a kryptonite situation where the Thunder can beat everybody, but they have now met their match
right
in the Spurs, because the Spurs have what we all perceive to be a cheat code in Victor Wembanyama, a kid who is still like what, 22 years old?
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah.
We don't know what peak Victor Wembanyama is. And we're seeing the De'Aaron Fox thing kind of coming together, and we see the young players in Stephon Castle and Vassell and all these guys that are like having really good role performances. And the Thunder, they're set up like that. They have guys that come in and play roles, but the Spurs are doing it better when they play the Thunder. So I think what we're watching in front of our eyes, what we're watching unfold, is a Western Conference rivalry that's going to be around for the rest of this decade, because the Thunder aren't going to be breaking up anytime soon.
No,
the Spurs are such a young team. They're just starting their journey together. Like, we're talking about several years that these teams are going to be going at it. I think, and I don't want to overreact, but I think Mike Daigneault, the coach of the Thunder, realizes he has a Spurs problem. Because they are definitively winning these matchups. The Thunder can't win the way they want to right now against the Spurs.
Right.
The way they typically win with like Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, they do this very tough, hard-nosed defense. It doesn't necessarily work. It's not working that well against the Thunder. So what I'm seeing in front of us, I don't know what you guys see, but there's probably some doubt in Mike Daigneault, the coach of the Thunder, that they can beat the Spurs the way they've been beating everybody else.
I mean,
so
3 defeats would do that to you.
Right. Right.
In a week.
Yeah. So here's a question for you. Before we get into some more of that particular matchup, Sneed, I would ask you, do you believe that this is more about scheme and execution, or more about roster construction? Or obviously it's both, right? But if you had to give each a percentage, where do you think that lands? Because I think that's huge. Like, are the Spurs doing something schematically that give the Thunder extra trouble that other teams can't do? Or is it a function of the way the team is built to physically match up with the Thunder is just beneficial to this particular rivalry?
You won't know until they play a 7-game series in the playoffs.
Okay.
The answer to that. Like, if I had to lean one way, I'd say 60-40. 60% personnel, 40% scheme. I always give personnel more credit, but it's up to the coaching staff to build a system that gets the most out of their personnel and can exploit the opposition's personnel. See, it's always those two things. So I'm leaning towards Wemby being a real problem for the Thunder, because I don't think Chet can deal with Wemby.
No, he can't.
I don't think anybody can deal with Wemby.
It's even when he's not on the floor, though. The Spurs
Exactly.
play extremely well against him.
Yes.
And it's funny because the Spurs have a young, athletic, explosive backcourt that, again, matches up extremely well with what the Thunder wants to do. So the Thunder are not able to necessarily get out, and deadleg the Spurs the way they do a lot of other teams.
Okay. I'll put it to you like this, Bruce. Do you remember last year in the playoffs how the Thunder went 7 games with a bunch of teams?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what gave the Thunder hell? Transition. There is no such thing as an NBA team. I don't care how good they are defensively. Every NBA team is vulnerable in transition. Guys are hard to account for. There's people flying around, moving. Nobody can match up. You got to pick up whoever. mismatches happen, space happens, transition is a problem. The Lakers suck in the half-court defense.
Absolutely.
But their transition defense is really bad. Nobody can get picked up. You got a bunch of open threes in transition. That's just an example. Transition kills every team. Even the Thunder get hurt in transition, and the Spurs can move. You ever watch those guys? De'Aaron Fox, Vassell, Castle, they run the floor. And now they got Dylan Harper.
He's real. Yeah, right.
Like they have guys. It's the same thing the Thunder have been doing.
Right.
But they actually have a couple guys that do it more proficient and effective. So when I look at like the OKC Thunder, they go on scoring droughts sometimes where they can't get a shot.
Right.
That doesn't really happen to the Spurs, bro.
No.
Yeah.
They don't go 1 for 13 from 3.
Well, the Thunder have never been a team over the last few years that was built on shooting the 3 ball. They were built on getting to the line, getting inside, and as well, obviously, with SGA being one of the best mid-range players in the league. So that's not what they were built on. So yeah,
but in the matchups, if I take something away from a team, what else can they do?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think the Spurs can do a few other things if I take something away.
For sure.
I've seen Wemby passing out of a double team, wide open 3. They knock it down. That's sustainable.
Yeah.
Because double teams will continue to go to Wemby. So that's sustainable. The Thunder rely heavily upon SGA. Is that sustainable? It is. They won a championship that way. But the Spurs have answers. They have answers for SGA. I don't see SGA going for, those unstoppable 5-10 minute rips. He's more contained against this team. Jalen Williams looks very pedestrian against this team, looks really regular.
Yeah.
Those things are going to have to change. I think that's going to be on Dagnall to figure out what they have to do when they play the Spurs. Everything they do works against everybody else. They have to figure out what they have to do against the Spurs.
No doubt. Transformer. I've been talking a lot, man. Where are you with this?
Man, when you're on such an incredible run, right? I think it was 25-1 at one point, and you lose the in-season tournament, the big game, the finals against this opponent. You're like, okay, all right, man, we 25-1. All right, now we're 25-2. Whatever. You stretch. You come back the very next time you play these folks and get blown out, back-to-back times, right? Wembanyama has yet to play more than 25 minutes in each of those games.
Yeah.
And Wemby is your biggest problem.
That's scary.
That's the more crucial part, that you don't have enough talent, or your scheme isn't good enough to not only factor the fact that this man has only played 25, 23, 20 minutes respectively in all the 3 wins, but we can't do stuff when he is on the floor, period.
Right.
So when we get to a series, now he's playing 33, 34, 35 minutes. We have a serious issue. Chet Holmgren can't do nothing with this dude.
Nothing.
And Chet Holmgren's biggest claim to fame, the finals last year, where he had the 6 blocks, where he was able to really lock in defensively and be that defensive anchor. He can't do that against Victor Wembanyama. Not only that, to Sneed's point, Devin Vassell and Steven Castle, them boys are ball on both sides. So Lou Dort is mainly a defender. Yeah. So you have a defender out there who's just trying his best to hold it down defensively, but he's not giving you much offensively to counteract the fact that Castle can go get you 25.
Same thing with Caruso.
Same thing with Caruso, right? De'Aaron Fox can go get you 25. He can go get you 30. Devin can go get you 25. He can go get you 30. The kid off the bench, Keldon Johnson, he can go get you 20. He can go get you 25. So not only are we able to run and gun like you, we're able to defend like you, but you can't score like us. That's your issue now. You can't score with us. So we can replicate everything you can to the same extent, but our key factor is that you can't stop us offensively, because we have so many. Our weapons are a little bit more thorough than yours are when you're playing through SGA the entire time. I don't have to play through Wemby the entire time. De'Aaron Fox can come in and get busy. Stephon can come in and get busy. Devin can come in and get busy. I got different guys that's going to wear you guys out. We're like, dang, our game plan is that we play through SGA. We don't play through Chet. We don't play through Jalen Williams. We don't play through those guys. So
maybe through the season, those are adjustments that are going to need to be made then, huh?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be, because you get to play these guys 2 more times. So this is going to be one of the rare times you get to see a team get to play another team 5 times in the regular season.
Yeah.
So
they got 5 matchups in the regular season
because of the in-season tournament. The in-season tournament, that's not supposed to happen. So the 4 regular season games, because they're in the same conference.
Good for us, bro. Good for us.
Yeah, I mean, and you get to play. I think it's actually coming up next month, I want to say.
Are they doing that? What do they call it? The rodeo tour, where they'll be on the road for like 3 weeks straight.
I think they do that every year.
Yeah. So the next game against them is January 13th, and then the next month is February the 4th. So they get to play them in back-to-back months. So hopefully, I mean, you're going to see by post All-Star break. Of course, you're going to see if the adjustments can be made. But then again, you still have a Victor Wembanyama problem.
Yeah.
He's not playing like he wants to play. He's coming off the bench in these games. You're running out your full bore lineup, and you're running out of options. So this is going to be a very, very interesting series. I hope these guys can meet in the conference finals. I truly do. I truly hope that it's an OKC
a semifinal
Spurs,
would
Western
be cool
Conference
too.
Finals. Yeah, but I just want that to be the focus.
You want that to be the gateway to the
I
finals.
want that to be the series to be like, we ain't got nothing else to worry about in the West. It's these 2 juggernauts that we get to see and just witness. Like,
and also, I think what adds to that transformer is all the things you guys are talking about, the way they play, the way the rosters are built, etc. But you have a return to something that the NBA misses for the most part, and that's rivalry, real hatred, right? Because Wemby and Chet hate each other. Like, these dudes can't stand one another. And
when did that happen, by the way? Anybody know the story?
They played against each other in the U19 FIBA. They matched up against each other. I guess they didn't like each other from then. And I'm sure that Chet was looking at Wemby before he got here, when he was still in college and whatnot, I guess it came right around the same time. But I'm sure Chet was looking at Wemby, hearing all the hyperbole, and I'm sure he was saying, "Yo, I can do everything he can do. We're about the same size."
But it's not true.
It's not even close.
But we talk about all the time, when you're a great athlete or an athlete, you have to have delusional confidence, right?
Yeah.
But he's disappearing in these matchups, Bruce.
Okay, I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm sure that's you asked the origin, and I'm sure that has something to do with it. That he's looking, okay, we're both 7'2", 7'3". We both handle the ball. We both shoot the 3. We both block shots. I can do what he can do. Where's my hype that he's getting? So when he comes here, I'm gonna show him. And then again, they played against each other in the U19 in the FIBA. So they've got that going on. So that's what
I like it, bro.
I don't know that for sure.
I like it. I think the venom is good for us. It's good for the sport. It's good for fans.
Yeah.
It's good for the Western Conference. It's good for the regular season.
Yeah.
If we had more of this, see, like Dylan Brooks is an idiot, and Draymond Green is an idiot.
Yes.
But like, if you have that energy actually put into gameplay, it's good for the sport.
Correct.
If it's not tomfoolery, chicanery, and like injury risking, then it's really good for the sport.
Yeah.
We need more Chet versus Wemby's. Being mild-mannered is appreciated by a lot of people, but I believe that in an entertainment industry, you kind of need some of that in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt. Man, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. You want to take a couple calls on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's do it.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me that Chet's he's not shining in these matchups at all. J-Dub can't be quiet in these games. He cannot be quiet. The Thunder have to be at their best to beat the Spurs.
Yeah,
that is clearly apparent.
I think he had 12 last game.
That ain't gonna do it, bro.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. Chet had 10.
No,
not when Victor can come off the bench and he's bodying me.
For 25 minutes, he's twice as productive.
25 minutes.
Yeah. Nino, what's good, brother?
Yeah.
Man, I know I just got off the line. I
Like,
wasn't
good,
even
man.
no call back. But I gotta really just yield props, bro. Do you know most ESPN and all that ain't really even talking and hyping this basketball up like y'all just done, man? I've been saying, like, why is nobody really just like, this is the new Bron and KD. This is it. This could be the. I ain't gonna say this is it because it's early, but it should be getting the hype. You know,
so.
it should be.
Who won the finals last year, Nino?
You said who won the finals?
Who won the finals last year, Nino?
The one.
And how many times did anybody talk about him all season?
That's the point I'm getting to. The basketball. Ain't nobody really talking about. I've been telling Bruce and Transformer them this for about at least a year now.
Yep.
That Charles Barkley them is part of the issue. And we put y'all three on ESPN or what is it, whatever that is.
TNT.
And y'all got this type of TNT, y'all got this type of dialogue, that'll push the game. Because we're ready to watch these guys play again, man.
Oh, yeah. We can't wait.
The network, they still talking about Bron and KD and Steph. And, you can talk about those guys, but talk about this juice.
Yeah.
In the same manner.
Absolutely.
And,
I think like this is going to be one of the best matchups in the postseason, if not the best matchup.
We're getting quality games in the regular season. Do you know how good this is going to be in the playoffs?
Yeah, absolutely. You know how good it's going to be when the Super Bowl is over?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I appreciate that, Nino. Thank you, brother.
And all y'all put, and I would say every team, normally every great team got probably one team that's either built like them or could take them down. If you think about the Golden State with KD, it wasn't the Cavs, it was probably the Rockets. If you think about the Lakers, if it weren't for the Pistons in 2004, they probably sweep that again. So this here got real potential, man. I just appreciate y'all talking real hoops and breaking it down. Every point was valid. I don't even know if they could break it down like that on TV. Every point y'all was making was valid, man. Salute, man.
Man, we appreciate that. You know, thank you so much, man. It means a lot.
Hold it down.
All right, brother.
Man, you about to make me cry, man.
Right? Appreciate the love, man, for sure. Nah, that's what we try to do here, man. It might not always seem like we really do try to do that. But some interesting stats while we wait, see if we get another call. I thought I saw Coach T call. OKC versus the NBA this year, the rest of the NBA, non-Thunder, 26-2, 0-3 versus the Spurs. 123.8 points per game against the rest of the NBA, 107 against the Spurs.
Oh, that's heavy.
Allowing 106.1 against the rest of the NBA, allowing 119.3 against the Spurs.
What did I say, Bruce?
Shooting 37% from three against the rest of the NBA, 28.8.
I got one better for you, bro.
Yes.
When you watch them play, look at the Thunder body language. They look defeated.
Yeah.
They look like they're getting punched in the mouth, bro. And they don't like it.
Somehow they gotta get it back. Say, yo, they gotta get the champion swag back. Say we're still the champs until somebody takes that from us.
They may not have enough to answer this, bro. If Wemby's healthy, and if these Spurs continue to get better, which they can, this Spurs team is not done, bro.
Yeah,
they're still baking. Dylan Harper is 19
at 425 degrees.
Dylan Harper's 19 years old.
Yeah.
What is Castle, 22?
Yeah.
21?
Yeah, I think he played 3 or 4 years at UConn. Yeah.
Okay, so he's like 23 maybe? 24? He was a rookie last year.
Let me say Castle?
Yeah.
How old is he?
Why's his age not popping?
He's 21.
21 years old.
21. Vassell is 25.
Harrison Barnes brings championship pedigree, experience.
That's right, I forgot.
De'Aaron Fox is a top 5 point guard in the league. I've been telling people this. They constructed this thing to last, to be perennial.
Yeah.
They ain't going nowhere, bruh. They're here.
I like it.
To your numbers, man. They could do what OKC can do, but I can add more on the offensive side of the ball.
Scary. Coach T, what up?
What up, Bruce?
What's going on, man?
What up, Transformer?
What's cracking?
What up, Sneed? Sneed got
Coach
what you
T.
need.
Coach T.
I wanted to wait on this one. I'm just good that it's good for basketball. It's good for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I like what you said. Like every team, what he said, every team has that one team that is like that. Your thorn in your side, but what's gonna be tough for OKC is they're gonna run into them every year. They're gonna run into them every year,
Mm-hmm.
long as the alien can stay healthy.
Yeah, for sure.
And the only way I want them to. This is what I want. It might not be good for OKC fans, but I want a healthy Wemby in the playoff run, and OKC go through them. That way, they won't be no asterisk on their dynasty.
Yeah, that's a good point. I would also like to see the Spurs go through Denver if possible, so he can cook up Jokic. But that's a different thing. Go ahead, though. Well, Jokic won't guard him, so
it's gonna be great. They're gonna go back and forth. They're gonna be the ones that's gonna stop their three-peat or stop their milestones. And you gotta believe Wemby just has that mentality, though. We've seen it in the Olympics when he went up against the United States.
Mm-hmm.
He really, really, really wanted to beat us.
Oh yeah.
So having a star player have that mentality is what the NBA needs.
Yeah, for sure. He wants it back
to get back to the glory days. So
I don't think they'll ever be able to get back to the glory days, Coach T, but they can get back to a good place. And I really think that's coming, pause, because these players that they have next gen, like the next up guys, I think they're different. I think they do want to compete, and I think they do want to go hard, pause, and they do want to defend, and I think they really try. So I like what we have coming down the pike. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's an indictment of LeBron and his era, but I like what we're seeing.
No, 2010, we got to fix what 2010 did. Not taking away from the positives.
No, for sure.
Those LeBron Steph matchups were good, was great for TV.
Mm-hmm.
What he did against the East, conquering the East, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
I just think the player empowerment era kind of took the luster from the NBA and took that competitiveness away.
For sure.
And turned a lot of people off, and they switched over to football.
Mm-hmm.
Because football, you're going to get that every day, even on the bad games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to get that. You're going to get that competitiveness. Them guys don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Who your name is, who you were. What's the biggest thing they're saying football? I don't give a shit. Spike the ball. Drop the ball. Let's line up. Let's see who's better.
Mm-hmm.
Man up.
You ever see that? You always ever see that? Shaking hands after the game and jersey swaps in football. You hardly ever see that.
Mm-hmm.
They do it a lot, though. They just don't put it on TV. They do it a lot in the NFL.
You don't see it a lot.
Yeah. They don't televise it a lot, but you hear a lot after the games. They'll talk like, "Hey, I get that. Let me get that jersey." Yeah, they do it a lot.
Yeah, you don't. It's good to go up against somebody that you watched growing up, and you get to line up against them. Man, that's a plus. But Wemby's gonna be that dude. I know I've been saying it a lot. I'm not glazing him.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be that. He's gonna be that dude. Him, Jokic, SGA. I think the NBA is in a good place. He got Cooper Flag coming up if he can live up to his name. That's coming up, and then you got this guy AJ coming up from college. Looks like he got potential to make some noise in the league. So I can't pronounce his last name, so I'm just gonna call him AJ. I think y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh, the kid from BYU, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna make some noise in the league. So yeah, The Boozer twins look like they're gonna. Well, at least one of them gonna look like they can make some noise. So the game's in a good place. But this rivalry right here is what's going to start the trajectory of the NBA climbing back up. And I need my Barclays. I need our OGs to stop bashing the product.
Is it bashing the product or telling the truth?
It don't matter. You gotta stop bashing the product.
All right. Okay. You didn't answer my question at all, but okay.
It don't matter if it's the truth or not. You just gotta
Why
stop
not?
bashing
Since
the
when?
product.
Since when does the truth not matter?
Oh, here we go, Bruce. Stop doing that, bro.
I know why you don't like me telling the truth, but okay. All right. Okay.
Transformer.
Yo.
You're the only unbiased person on this panel.
Wow.
Besides, you're the only unbiased person on this panel.
Yeah.
Let's say if you were an iPhone fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
You love iPhones. But if all the people that bought the OG iPhones get on there and bash the product every single year, eventually it's gonna
Make you want to get an Android.
Like maybe iPhone ain't the shit. Maybe I should try Android for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my point. It don't
If I
matter
hear negative reviews constantly, I'll go to the other product. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try sample the other product.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like maybe the OGs need to stop with all the with bashing the product.
Mm-hmm. So OGs should stop telling the truth. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Bruce, you remind me of that old dog that is stuck in his ways, bro.
You remind me of.
As long as nobody can say I'm lying, I'm good. As long as you can't say I'm lying, I really don't care. Because I know I tell the truth. That's what's important.
Yeah, to an extent.
No, not to. Okay, go ahead.
To an extent.
People don't like the truth. I get it.
You can't handle the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Stop me when I'm telling lies.
So we're gonna
revisit.
We're gonna revisit this conversation. What about 3 or 4 years when Wemby really gets into his prime?
Yeah.
No. When Bronny's takes over the league.
Oh damn.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Well, as soon as
LeBron
retires,
go on fire.
As soon as LeBron Senior retires, all of the magic
powers,
they shift over to Bronny.
He's gonna pass along the 35. Yeah. Oh shit.
The space basketball got passed. Go ahead. What'd you say?
You won't do it in a Laker uniform.
Oh, I would hope so. Pass that juju on down.
You know what they gonna do, bro? Come on now.
Okay. This is not a Lakers show. This is not a Lakers show or
man.
topic.
Don't get mad about the greatest friend. That's one thing you didn't say was the great. You didn't mention the greatest team in the last quarter century. You know it's been the LA Lakers.
Which team?
It definitely wouldn't have been Boston.
Which Lakers season would you pick?
Yeah, 2001.
LA Lakers, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, 2001, without a shadow of a doubt. 15-1. I mean, swept everybody but Allen Iverson in his 43-point game. You know, other than that, barbecue for the rest of the
2009, 2000. Mine would be 2010 when we went out there and put puts in the Celtics. That's always the greatest.
Yeah, that's what the Celtics was doing on defense.
Yo, did Blue fall asleep again, bro?
No, Blue louder than that.
That's what KG did. That's what KG did in overtime in Game 7. He was snoring.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, best team was the 2016 Cavs, straight up.
Man.
Oh, the comeback?
No, not going to trump the 01. Not going to trump the 01 and 2010 Lakers. I don't care what you say, Sneak.
Okay.
We would have cooked them, bro.
This is not the topic. This is not the topic. Go ahead, land your plane, bro.
Shutting Shaq down. Kevin Love would have gave him 40.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the topic.
40 aspirin.
Land the plane.
Oh, you want me to land the plane?
Yeah, land the plane. This is not the topic.
Yeah. I'll say all the Leprechaun logo teams are trash.
That's not part
that
of the topic.
boo boo green. Now flush that down the toilet. Go Lakers.
Now let's relax on the boo boo green because the colors are similar to my Packers. So we could just say the lucky charm.
Did I say anything about the Green Bay Packers?
But you said boo boo green.
It's pea soup green, bro.
Yeah. Celtics boo boo green and Notre Dame boo boo green.
Got it. Okay.
Come on, man. You're putting Bruce in the Great Depression, bro. Stop it.
He's had the worst football season of his life.
I'm just waiting for him to get done because he mad what happened to him recently. I'm just waiting for him.
Oh, damn.
I guess he's thinking that he's getting some type of.
I missed that show. I need to watch that show.
Yeah,
it was good, bro. It was good. It was damn good.
I need to watch that.
Yeah. Grade A Michelin chef work going on over there.
Nah, Cap.
Hey, watch it. See
Bruce,
for yourself.
Bruce. His argument was all one sided. He didn't take responsibility of Notre Dame's actions in that rivalry.
Okay, not the topic. Land your plane, Coach T. Land your plane.
You gotta watch my show. You gotta watch my show too, because I at least in my argument with Steve, I at least talked on both sides. Bruce was just highlighting one side.
I highlighted the truth, but okay.
No, you highlighted one side. Partial truth.
Sure. All right. You good?
We'll talk later, Transformer, after you watch it. And if you say that Coach T, you a bone-faced lie, I'll accept it. All right, Transformer, because I know I'm biased.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, you take Coach T, you're full of shit. You're a bone-faced lie. I'll call in and say, Bruce, you were right. Transformer showed me the error of my ways, and I'll move on.
Roger that.
Let me know when you watch both of our episodes.
Say less.
All right, good.
All right, Coach T. Stupid.
I'm messing with it. I did that because Steve put it in the chat. I was like,
I know. I saw it.
I gotta say it.
That's my guy. Though. All right, y'all. Great topic here on the Spurs and Thunder. Let's go ahead and get to the last one and get out of here because, man, it's about to be. Oh, man, I need these Browns to do what I need. Okay, yeah, we got to get to that. Speaking of, let me
Shador
of needing it.
Right. Needing the Browns. Who needs the Browns to win? Oh, my bad, y'all. Who needs the Browns to win today over division rival Pittsburgh Steelers? None other than the Baltimore Ravens. And who is the star player, the best player for the Baltimore Ravens? None other than number 8, Lamar Jackson, the showstopper.
Zay Flowers.
And Zay Flowers. But specifically, though, Lamar Jackson, the showstopper, the most exciting, one of the most gifted, and easily a top 4 or 5 quarterback in this league for everything he's been able to accomplish, whether it's winning, whether it's setting the record books, so on and so forth. Lamar is that guy.
Yeah.
2-time MVP, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, he better than I, but moving right along. As you can see from the title, is Lamar in trouble? What's the deal with his future in Baltimore? Is there a future in Baltimore? Because now you're hearing some interesting rumors coming out. You're hearing some very interesting things being printed in articles by longtime Ravens reporter for the Baltimore Sun. I believe his name is Mike Preston. And this was interesting. I read this article and I listened to this article and I was like, whoa, this is crazy. So it was crazy, right, Transform? Recent and highly discussed column in the Baltimore Sun by longtime writer Mike Preston has sparked significant controversy regarding Lamar Jackson's relationship with the Baltimore Ravens. The article, if you want to look for it, is called Ravens, Lamar Jackson Are at a Crossroads. And it talked about the reported and alleged disconnect between Lamar and the organization that could possibly lead to an offseason departure. Now, let me say this. 2 things can be true. This is very iffy, but Mike Preston, who has covered the Ravens since I think the early 2000s, he is reporting that he got this stuff from somewhere inside the building, anonymous sources, right? Now, here's the thing. Anonymous sources are the part of the hallmarks of American journalism. You get those. People a lot of times don't like them because they want to be able to confront their quote unquote accuser, right? But anonymous sources is one of those things, right? Because people need to be able to say what they have to say and still keep their jobs. So we've got some very interesting
scrutiny behind it.
Right. They've got some very interesting things in this article. And so there are a number of quote unquote issues that were reported by this article, and it could lead to some very interesting results. One of the things, though, is that Lamar Jackson is looking for a contract extension sooner rather than later, right? I didn't realize it's already been like 3 years since he got his last one. And so he's looking for an extension. Obviously, the market has moved. We know the value that Lamar Jackson provides to the Ravens.
He doesn't have an agent.
Right. That too. He's won about 70% of his games since becoming a starter for that team. But the biggest problem is, as I always annotate, because we got to be fair here, 3-5 in the postseason, numbers get demonstrably worse in terms of total turnovers, et cetera, right?
Last season he played very well.
He's had a couple of good games, but you're accurate in what you're saying.
Pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's never played well in the playoffs, but I mean, if we got to keep it a buck for the player that he is and the talent that he has, the level of his drop off in the playoffs to me is very disturbing. Now, some people are going to argue, well, you know, he needs elite weapons. He needs a true number one. Zay Flowers shouldn't have to be a true number one. And while that is true, two things can be true. We have seen how destructive and how incredible Lamar Jackson can be year after year. We've seen that. But with that said, there's no excuse for having teams that were good enough to win the Super Bowl on multiple occasions and not even getting there to play in the game, right? Not necessarily not winning it, but not even getting there. Right? Only two-time MVP, never to have appeared in a Super Bowl. So, like, these are all things that are true, right? Completion percentage drops, touchdowns drop, interceptions increase, fumbles increase. Like, these are all things that will lose you games when your best player is not getting it done. Now, does the coaching staff hold responsibility in this? Absolutely. John Harbaugh, he's the main guy. He should not allow some of the stuff that goes on. And as a result, it's my speculation I don't have anything behind this, but it's my speculation, just being a fan and talking to other Ravens fans and kind of watching what we see. I don't think he's going to make it this offseason, right? I think it's just time for a change. OC Todd Monken, while he's done some good stuff, there have been games in the playoffs where it's like, you're not running the ball. Why? Right. And there were opportunities that they had to, win those games. And Todd Monken did not call a good game for the Ravens. So the coaching staff absolutely deserves some, I'm not going to say credit, but they deserve some criticism there as well. Right. So in this, before I get to the article, Transformer and Sneed, what do you guys think so far about kind of where I'm going with this? Specifically, address my thoughts on John Harbaugh and as well as Lamar Jackson and both of their culpabilities in the Ravens playoff struggle.
We all knew this job for Harbaugh was predicated on postseason success. The fact that he's not going to make the postseason, he's out of there. That's it.
Still good.
By 4 p.m. today, the Ravens will be out of the playoffs and he won't make the postseason.
Sneed.
Sorry, but
the Browns suck, bro. The Browns are they're certified ass water, bro. What you mean?
Hey, can I get a little help, Sneed?
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Yeah.
The fact he looked at Steve said, "What you looking at me for,
bro?"
I
advocated very strongly that Notre Dame should have been in the playoff. I was with you, bro. I was
absolutely
with you.
100% behind you.
This is a no-go, sir.
But yeah, man. So I mean,
oh my.
Said bubble gut juice.
Straight up, bro. Straight up.
So, but like I said, man, I mean, this season for him was predicated on postseason success. Like I said, unfortunately, he's not going to make it. So this is this gives the owners and staff the way out. This is our way out. We have the 2-time MVP, to your point, Bruce. We have a 2-time MVP.
Mm-hmm.
And we're trying to project forward and making it to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
we just took the biggest step backwards. Yeah. So now we're not even going to make the playoffs. Earlier this season, we were operating at a season low as far as our defense is concerned. Now,
why are they losing games, Transformer?
Just name it.
Is John Harbaugh not culpable for some of these game collapses?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Is Lamar Jackson's absence in these games a factor?
Yes.
Is the defense atrociously bad compared to the standard that was set before the start of the year?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a lot going on there, bro.
You lost your culture. The whole culture is gone. Once you lose your culture, you lose your teammates, you lose your players. Once you lose the players, it's a wrap.
This is finger
It's a wrap.
pointing, Transformer.
Yeah.
Now they're finger pointing. Now they're saying it's Lamar.
Yeah.
But
which contract would you want to cut? The Lamar contract or the John Harbaugh contract?
You know what the answer is.
Yeah, that
Harbaugh's
easier
gone,
one of the two.
and it's not even close.
It's the easier one of the two.
Lamar's contract is heavy on the cap next year. But
John is easy
and
to get up out
there's
of
a version of this where this is a smear campaign to get his salary down.
Now that I was gonna get there. So let's go
Bruce,
to the comments of the article. Key issues reported by the Baltimore Sun. According to Mike Preston's report, frustrations in Baltimore stem from Jackson's off-field habits and the team's handling of him. 1, declining work ethic and immaturity. This is really weird. The column alleges that Jackson has been staying up late nights playing video games and has fallen asleep during team meetings. Preston referred to him as an overgrown kid in an adult's body. Now, all right, let me say this.
Kyler Murray 2.0.
Yeah. So let me say this, right? Obviously, like I said, these reports got to be coming from somewhere inside the building, right? However, I don't like that the writer refers to him as an overgrown kid in an adult's body. Why? Why do I not like that? I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying
because it's questioning his character.
Well, that, but also there's, and you guys know I don't generally go here, but there has been a history throughout this country to infantilize black men, right? To denigrate them by using language that terms them as children who needed to be guided or can't think for themselves, etc. So I definitely don't like the language of overgrown kid in an adult's body. I didn't like that at all. But falling asleep during team meetings. Is Lamar Jackson the first great player to fall asleep during team meetings? Is he?
Negative.
Oh, okay. Just checking. You know, LT was notorious for that. And it was like, hey,
he was also high off drugs.
You're not going to do anything. I know, right? You're not going to do anything. He's like, yeah, we'll wake him up later.
And I didn't see you all week, bro. Where you been?
Where you been at?
In the crack house, you know, as long as you're ready on Sunday. So then there are arguments of preferential treatments. The report claims that the Ravens have made a completely separate set of rules for Jackson, such as moving practice times from the morning to the heat of the afternoon to accommodate him. Once more, is he the first player ever that has gotten special treatment? Every great coach tells you, what is it? You treat everyone fair, but you don't treat everyone equal.
The same. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at the end of the bench or you're, the 53rd guy, you're not getting treated the same as the star quarterback. That's just the nature of sports. It is what it is. Steve, you idiot. Coach player friction. Preston asserts that head coach John Harbaugh has become tired of Jackson despite publicly praising him to avoid causing the quarterback to go into self-exile. So apparently when you criticize Lamar, this is the report, when you criticize him, he draws into himself. He's not very amicable. He doesn't deal with people. He just kind of goes into a shell, which again is very interesting because we've never heard any of this stuff before, but we'll get to that in a second. Because in fairness, John Harbaugh from the very beginning has been nothing but praiseful and complimentary of Lamar Jackson. Nothing but. Now, that said, we know that he loves Lamar Jackson for the specific reason that Lamar has saved his job many a season and made him tens of millions of dollars. He would have been out if not for Lamar. So he's always going to talk up Lamar. So I respect that. Finally, preparation concerns. The article suggests Jackson's physical breakdown this season, including hamstring and back injuries, may be linked to his training habits, noting that he often disappears after the first day of mandatory minicamps.
The injury is based on minicamp?
noting, well, they're saying that they're concerned about his training habits. Noting that he often disappears after the first day of mandatory minicamps. So I'm like, I guess he just shows up to say, okay, I was here, I made the mandatory camp.
So we're going to talk about this in December. We're going to talk about this in December.
So
not in September.
And this is where we're going with this, Sneed. The real deal is this. And we've talked about this, guys, time and time again. If the Ravens at this point are 13-3, they're leading the division and they're fighting for the number 1 seed, we're not hearing about any of this. It's the fact that the Ravens are on the cusp of not making the playoffs for the first time in a while, and that they're struggling, and that Lamar has been struggling. Then that's why we're hearing this, right? We always hear in sports, winning is the best deodorant, right? A lot of ugly situations, dudes do. For instance, we're going to skip to college real quick. University of Georgia has had numerous athletes, get into issues with the Athens PD over the years, and they know. Go see Coach Smart, and Coach Smart, I read an article about this. He's got a guy that kind of covers it up and takes care of it, right? So when you're winning, you can get away with that stuff. Do you think that stuff is happening if Georgia's struggling on the field? Of course not, right?
Yeah.
When Baltimore is doing their thing, because I would imagine none of this stuff just started this season, if it's true. When they're winning on the field and they're making playoff runs and they're winning tons of games, you don't have to hear anything about this. But I think it's a confluence of the fact that, one, he wants this extension, and it's got to be big because he's going to be, he's up there with in terms of pushing the market for the next guy and the way it goes in the NFL, as you know. And then the fact that they're not winning, I think that's what all this is happening. So the crazy part is now we're hearing rumors of potential trades and potential landing spots, and that the Ravens might be willing to explore options, etc. Because somewhere, I don't know where they got it from. It's not ridiculous, but somewhere it was said that Lamar wouldn't mind being in Miami. Why? Because Tua's basically out of there, and obviously he's a South Florida guy, so he would love that. And then also they were saying like the Raiders would be a good spot for him because Tom Brady is reportedly, relatively infatuated with his greatness as a player. So I guess the next question is, one, do you guys think, to Sneed's point, that this is a smear campaign because he wants more money and because the team is suffering? And do you also think, here's the question, if any of this is legit, would you consider the possibility of trading Lamar Jackson for a haul?
No. How do you trade a guy after shitting on him for like the last 2 weeks?
Because there's still teams that need quarterbacks and he's still a 2-time MVP.
But how does that process go?
Winner.
Why would you do it now at this moment after you've done this?
I don't know, man.
You sell high.
Right.
His value would be perceived as the lowest it is right now because now he's viewed as a malcontent and unserious. Mm-hmm. What was the verbiage, Bruce? It was infant over
an overgrown kid
and an infant. Overgrown kid in a grown man's body.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Overgrown kid in a grown man's body.
Yeah. Okay. So, they clearly want him at their price.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they clearly want, but at their price. So what they're trying to do is drive his value down. They know he doesn't have an agent. I think it's him and his mom, right? Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. They negotiate on their own behalf, right? So they're just trying to get over.
Oh, shucks, game started. Okay.
They would love nothing more than to drive down his annual salary by $5 to $10 million a year.
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
Transform. Do that against a guy who's runner-up for MVP.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna try whatever they can. Hard. Yeah.
Here's the other thing: what they could use to not give him exactly what he's looking for money-wise is the fact that he's missed a lot of games over the last few years. Right? That I would assume that's not going to help either. Let's see.
How long ago did Joe Burrow get paid?
A couple years.
3 years.
A couple years already. Okay.
It's been a few years.
Okay. I'm about to say if Joe gets paid, then Lamar better get paid too.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
If Joe gets paid, I get paid.
But the flowing hair, sir. The flowing hair.
Well, he don't have the flowing hair. He got the gold hair. Stunner shades. His stuff is like Goldilocks. But no, man. The talk about trading Lamar, it's all noise. Because for the Ravens, it'll be a malpractice if you got rid of the quarterback before you got rid of the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like the coach is what's been your biggest downfall because your coach, like I said, he has to set a culture. He has to set a tempo for the room, for the locker room, right? Like your Bill Belichick. Like everybody always tell you, like, hey man, hey, playing for Bill is different. It's like he literally runs a strict shop over there, right? To the point where Tom Brady was an entirely different person by the time he came to Tampa.
Yeah,
I was like, where's this Tom Brady been?
Right.
Bill Belichick culture up there, right? So I mean, not only the fact, I mean, he's always in the MVP conversation. So your coaching has to take the blunt of the load for the downfall of what we consider the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
I say it all the time. You hear Ravens, you hear defense. You hear Pittsburgh, you hear defense. You hear Cleveland, you think of defense. For Baltimore Ravens, you're thinking like, what's next? What else can go wrong? Right? It's a bad call. You're sitting Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter with no legit reason on why he's not playing the fourth quarter. Then you give him 36 carries the very next game. Like so what are we doing? Right? The AFC, no, was it the AFC? I think it was the playoff game 3 years ago. We stopped running the ball entirely the whole second half and watched Kansas City come back and beat us. Right? The decision making, the lack of that Zay Flowers doesn't know to just take the yards and go down. So it's a culture thing, man. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. And it's so wild that whenever guys are about to get paid, you start hearing this stuff coming out. It's diabolical what a lot of these organizations do, man.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, if you traded him away, then what do you do? There's obviously not a guy like him coming along for just now. And then it's what type of, I guess you got to go to some sort of traditional offense, but I don't know.
Worst part about it, Bruce, is they don't do it in a way where it's about the play.
Yeah.
They do it in these personalized
they try to
character question things. Yes. Like it's always about work ethic and it's always about not being able to trust, and all that. But then they want to re-sign him, though.
Of course they do.
So you don't mean what you say and you don't say what you mean.
Yeah.
You just want to pay him less.
Yeah.
You want him, but at your price.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
Yep.
Because Lamar's going to break the bank. He's going to be the highest. He's going to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL after this.
Yeah, and I was wrong, by the way. He played 17 games last year, 16 the year before, but he was dinged up last year a bit. But he played.
Yeah, he'll miss a game, and then
prior to that. So, okay.
Because this year he was dealing with the calf and the hamstring.
The Cleveland game is on here. Very good. Okay.
Yeah, Cleveland up 3. Pittsburgh ball.
By the way, shout out to King Henry last night, man.
He held it down.
Can we just get to can he get 30 carries a game? I'm cool with that.
Oh yeah, 36.
What are you supposed to do? You pass it to Zay Flowers. He gives it to the other team.
Yikes.
I mean, not that not that Derrick Henry's been flawless, but
no, not at all.
That would have been big. That'd have been huge.
Yeah, but there we go. So let's open up the phone lines, take a couple calls real quick, and get out of here so we can watch Cleveland beat the Steelers.
And right now they have the lead.
They have the lead. That's right.
They have the lead. Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
See how long that'll last.
Oh wow. See, Pittsburgh just recovered a fumble. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, Cleveland. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, that was off the kickoff return. No,
How many sacks for Myles Garrett? You guys got over under is 1. They just got Myles Garrett.
No, Aaron Rodgers he's gonna get sacked.
Has he been getting sacked a lot this year?
Aaron Rodgers gonna get touched. Yeah, he's gonna get touched.
Funkos and more. What's going on, man? Oh, you're on Sneed's channel. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's take this call from Bruce. What up, Bruce?
What's going on? First of all, I'm going to talk about that butt cutting that Green Bay got last night, that soft defensive line.
Good morning, Bruce. Good morning.
It will be an early exit for Green Bay in the first round of the playoffs, so y'all might as well stay home with us.
You might as well get prepared.
Hold on, we might still
shout out
make
to
it, man. What you talking about, us, man?
I don't know why he's coming on our channel. First of all, you being disrespectful. You didn't say hey to none of the hosts. You didn't say hi. So let's be respectful first. Hey, how you doing, Bruce? How you doing, Sneed? How you doing, Transformer?
How you doing,
and then
Brian?
Secondly, you talking about something that you're not even in. You talking about something that you're not even in. You can't be on the outside talking about what's going on inside the party. You're not even at the party.
Brother.
Is this
My
necessary?
good brother Brian. Listen, brother, what difference to make? I would get knocked off the first round with that.
You talking about something that you're not invited to.
Sure.
But we still in. Listen, we got a chance. But okay, you're right. You're right, bro.
You're not in.
Okay, let's just do the bigger perspective. Y'all saw defensive line going to be the death of y'all, and y'all have an early exit. Is it the purpose? Is to get in the playoffs? Is to win the championship?
I'm just saying you're talking about our, because earlier this year that tune was different. Green Bay is formidable. Green Bay is this. Now all of a sudden, oh yeah, Green Bay first round exit, easy. Come on, now make up your mind.
I haven't changed your heart, brother. Then I say this weeks ago that we was going to whoop y'all.
And didn't I say by this time we were going to already be seated and we not going to care?
What difference does it make? Y'all gonna get knocked off the first round.
What difference does it make? You're not even invited. Next subject. You talking about something that you're not even in.
You're not invited.
You're not even invited.
Isn't the goal to win a Super Bowl, bro?
He over here talking about the party that he ain't even attend. Man, I heard that party was trash. You didn't even go. You didn't even go to the party.
Super Bowl.
You wasn't invited.
Oh, brother.
You're the bum nerd that just sits in the corner and plays video games. Let the athletes be the athletes in the playoffs.
You're right, brother. You're right, brother.
Okay.
Isn't the purpose to win the Super Bowl, brother? Not making the playoffs.
You're talking about something that you're not involved in. What we doing?
Secondly, okay, I'm gonna get off that. The brother Malik Willis, I'd like to give him his flowers. He improved tremendously from his Titan career. Tremendously.
Mm-hmm.
That brother might have paid his way into a new contract for a new team.
He did. He
He been playing like that all year, so it's not like this. This is just
2 years, Bruce. The last 2 years.
Yeah.
The brother has been improved dramatically.
Yeah,
and it's a good thing to see he's improved. Like wow. And okay, let's get to the point. Is Lamar in trouble? Nah, man. He got a no trade clause. This ain't nothing but a bunch of fluff coming out of Owens Mills, brother. I ain't even worrying about it, man. It's just if anything, Harbaugh should be gone. If anything,
that's got to be the first thing.
That's the rumbling. There's a bunch of fluff, and he falling asleep in the meeting. What players that you could go throughout history and pick out players that done fell asleep in meetings? Shit. He's up playing games all night and playing Madden all night and all this junk. Man, it's bull crap. I think they're trying to sabotage him because he asking for more money. And they keep the reports are coming out that he's frustrated with the lack. How could I say the lack of contract negotiation, the extension. But other than that, man, Lamar's not going nowhere. He has a no trade clause. And shout out to Tyler Huntley. He played well last night, regardless of if we make the playoffs. Yeah. He looked really good in our system. So, is it that? Is
better than Ty Simpson?
Should we trade Lamar and just go full head on Huntley? That'd be stupid, but I don't think they would do that.
They should draft Ty Simpson.
You say what? Ty Simpson? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they should draft Ty Simpson.
Nah. Don't worry about Roll Tide, man.
Roll Mother Tide.
Let y'all boys go. But it was a bunch of fluff coming out of Owens Mills. Don't believe Mike Preston always coming up with these conspiracy theories and synopses and conclusions. He always come up with that. He's one of those guys who he's a satire. He's a satire editor at the Baltimore Sun. But other than that, man, y'all boys have a great Sunday. And we whooped Green Bay last night, and it will be an early exit for Packerland. You better believe that. They will not go far in the playoffs.
And guess what? You're not invited. Thank you for tuning in. You're going to be watching us from the couch.
That's not necessary, brother.
Have a good job on the couch, man. Have fun. Hopefully that popcorn's good. That Old Bay seasoning on that popcorn is a good idea, by the way.
Why do you have to be like that?
Because he's coming at me. Bruce, he's coming at me. What are you talking about?
Hey, man. Look, Ravens, man. Ravens flock here, man. I can't.
They flocking at the couch. They flocking at the house.
That's not cool, man.
We get to go to the, it's called road to the playoffs. You ain't even in the same city.
Hey, look, man. Look,
we on the road.
Look, Sneed's boys are going to get it done for us today. So leave me alone, man.
Hey, Brian, you really put Obey on your popcorn, brother?
No, I did. I mean, that was part of the video. I did put the Obey on the popcorn. It was pretty good.
Hey, that's something new. Hey, man, let's have a great Sunday, man.
Hey, appreciate the call, Bruce.
The second game gonna be good, and the night's game gonna be good. So
who's the night's game? Who got the night game?
And
Chicago. Yeah. That is gonna be a good game.
Celeb, what up with Celeb?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, your boys have a great Sunday, man.
All right, brother. Thank you.
You too, bro.
All right, brother.
All right,
okay, Cleveland. Nice drive.
All right, y'all.
Thing, bro. Roll Celeb.
All right, y'all. We are gonna leave it right there, and we're gonna get out of here, and we're gonna go watch some football. All right, y'all. Everybody who was here, thank you. Everybody who was here, thank you for joining us. Hope you have a great day. Hope you enjoy your football Sunday.
We got 8 screens going right now. Y'all don't even know.
I already know it.
And we out. Peace.